From O-A-K-L-A to L-V, I'm a Raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm a Raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm so nation. No matter the location. From O-A-K-L-A to L-V, I'm a Raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm a Raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm so nation. No matter the location. It's got that 83 feel, it's time to run it back. We struck gold, we in gold in our running back. Josh Jacobs, he a specialist. He personifies commitment to excellence. He our next bow, he our next Allen. I'm watching receivers drown on Mullen Allen. Yeah, y'all know the drill was Littleton in the middle. This shit just got real. Look, we Super Bowl bound. I'm just an honest man. Chucky back to return us to the promised land. Rest in peace, Al. You the GOAT, bro. NFL had Jerry West, you the logo. And I'm I pledge allegiance to Oco, LA Coliseum and Allegiant. And I'm I pledge allegiance to Oco, LA Coliseum and Allegiant. From O-A-K-L-A to L-V, I'm a Raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm a Raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm so nation. No matter the location.
Woo, Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and we're coming at you here live because we have some breaking news. The Las Vegas Raiders have gone out and signed running back Kenyan Drake. Last season, he played with the Arizona Cardinals. He also got his start in the National Football League with the Miami Dolphins. He was my number 2 running back left on the free agent market. When free agency started, I thought it was Aaron Jones, Chris Carson, and then Kenyan Drake. The deal, as you guys can see on screen, 2 years, $14.5 million contract. $11 million of this contract is fully guaranteed. A lot of y'all are probably wondering, why exactly did the Raiders ultimately go out and make this move? I'm starting to believe that they obviously wanted to have another running back in the backfield because Josh has kind of struggled the last few years really being able to stay healthy, especially at the end of the season. So what you have here is them ultimately trying to find a running back that they can bring in between the tackles. He's a good pass-catching running back as well. But I actually think the biggest reason and what he's going to be able to add to this Raiders offense is a little bit more of him being dynamic. One of the biggest reasons why the Raiders went out and drafted Lynn Bowden Jr. was to be a little bit more dynamic. That never worked out. I think you could actually see Kenyan Drake try to fill that role. So go down to the comments section right now. Let me know. We got 960 people watching. I want you to be honest with me. Grade Drake's 2-year, $14.5 million deal. A, it's the best deal you've seen so far. B is good. C is average. D is bad. F is, well, it's a failing grade. You don't understand why they did it. I'm going to start giving some shout-outs here on the Raiders Report. We got, again, 1,000 people watching. If you haven't already, please like the video. It helps us out a lot. I see a lot of B's flowing in here. IW says A, and then you got Gabe saying an F. You got a B from Spectrum Garcia. IV is going to go with an A. Brian, New York City, says it's a great signing. I'm seeing a lot of C's, some B's as well. Continue to get your votes in here. Grade Drake's 2-year, $14.5 million deal. You got a super chat coming in from Nigel. We got wild last night here on the Raiders Report, and then I went live on Instagram because we just had so much fun here. If you guys send in super chats, I know it's early, but guess what? We're going to have a good time here. What? Why Kenyan Drake? He's really good, but we got Josh Jacobs. You're right. You 100% do have Josh Jacobs. The other thing is this. You actually still also have Jalen Richard, but Devontae Booker, he ended up going to the Giants. Theo Riddick, he's still a free agent out there. You have one of the best fullbacks in the National Football League in Alec Ingold. But I will say the biggest reason why this happened is because John Gruden wanted a joker. And what exactly do I mean by that? The reason why they drafted Lynn Bowden Jr. was to be able to go out and add a little bit more versatility to the offense. It just simply never worked out. They traded him away to the Miami Dolphins. According to a report right now that I'm getting in from Vic Tafur, he says that the Raiders want to use Kenyan Drake as a joker back. So that means out of the backfield. That means obviously between the tackles. Maybe you could see some wildcat as well. They were very impressed by his ability to do multiple different things here. So I see a lot of people saying what do you have to say about this? I don't know if I'm watching Nickelodeon or whatnot, but, I mean, this is Kenyan Drake. This is Drake and Josh at its absolute finest. So it's a pretty interesting signing. I'll be honest with y'all, I was very surprised. I didn't anticipate the Raiders to go out and spend this much money on a running back. I'm actually not 100% thrilled with the move. It's an okay move by me. I'd probably give it a C grade. He's a good running back, but if I could have invested, I don't know, that $14 million into some other defensive players, I would have been a lot more happy about it. But Nigel, cheers to you. Let's go to this next one. Mr. 88 or 84 highlights. My mistake. We paid Drake too much. I think anytime you're going to pay a running back a lot of money, it is a hard pill to swallow, no doubt about that. But if the Raiders think they can use him in multiple different ways, that's what you're hoping for. But I am in agreement with you. I'm also team not pay a running back. And I've said this multiple times on the show. When it comes time for Josh Jacobs to get his payday, I'm probably going to respectfully say no, I'm not going to do it. Let's go to Jared Vicente. What up, Jared? We need defensive backs, not running backs. You're 100% right there. I mean, I know we got Trayvon Mullen and we have Damon Arnett, but I'm with you. I was hoping for a guy like Casey Hayward, maybe somebody like Richard Sherman. Xavier Rhodes is also a veteran that I know the Raiders are interested in as well. So if you guys see these $5 supers coming in, we're going to be drinking some beer. We're going to be having a good time. If you just want a shout out, maybe you're watching with somebody, or if you want to send somebody a shout out, throw in a $1 super. We'll get the party started. $5, we're going to be drinking some beer. And then $10, we're going to drink some beer, spin the roulette wheel, and any $20 super chats that come in, as you guys know, we're going to be drinking some Fireball shots as well. And any $50, I know it's not on screen, $50 super chat means I can make random people here at Chat Sports come on, and they're either going to shotgun or chug an entire beer, which is what I love to do. We got another super chat coming in from Gabriel. Cheers to you, Gabriel. Appreciate you. Kenny Hunter, he also sent his $5 in. Shout out to you, my brother. We got Steve H. He said, who is this guy? Kenyan Drake is a running back who played for the Arizona Cardinals last year. Had 239 carries, 955 yards. He did have 10 touchdowns on the ground. But I actually thought some of his best statistics and best tape was back in 2019 when he was playing with Arizona, and I was very impressed by him. They didn't use him the right way last year. He's a good running back. Now, in terms for fantasy football owners, it's totally going to ruin a lot of what you're all trying to do. But the Kenyan Drake signing, he is actually a good running back, and he's going to be able to compete. So here's an important question. If you're over 21, what do you like better, beer or liquor? Because we got a lot of super chats flowing in, and I always say here, if I'm drinking, I want you guys to be drinking too, because that's how the nation gets down. So if you see me take a sip of beer, take one with me. If you see somebody send in a $20 super chat, hey, if your boss asks why you're drinking Fireball in the middle of the day, just be like, hey, man, the Raiders just signed Kenyan Drake. I'm sure they'll understand. So type B for liquor, type... Wow, B for beer, L for liquor. All right, this next super chat's coming in from Richard Bennett. While we're getting those in, I see Raider1 just sent in his super chat. Much love to you. I got Chase Graff watching. We got Wilson Garcia, Jacob Lovato, Raider Off, Brian Scott. Much love to everyone. Got some B's coming in from Justin Rodriguez, Alex J, Liquor from Stipend, Sebastian Gonzalez. He's going to go with both. Hey, Mitch, love the show. Do you think that Carr will get as much time in the pocket as last year with the new look offensive line? I'm just simply going to say probably not. The offensive line is not as good as what it was last year. Sure, maybe it could live up to the hype, but at the end of the day, you lose Rodney Hudson, one of the best pass-blocking centers literally that's ever played in the NFL. Like, that's how good he's been, and you lose that. So, honestly, y'all, I'm probably going to say no to that question. So, if you want to get on the show, you got to use hashtag Raiders or Super Chats. We got them coming in, flowing in nice. Also, shout out to Blake Dufresne. Xavier Rhodes is burnt toast. Drake and Josh looks good. I'll tell you what, Xavier Rhodes, I would have said yes, looks like burnt toast, but he had a phenomenal year last season with Indy. That's all I'm going to say. So I actually thought he played pretty well. Let's go to this next one from Cesar. We need a secondary player. Who do you think we get? I'll say my top most likely players that I think ends up happening. Oh, man, the 49ers, they just signed Joe Flacco. That's kind of funny. So, you guys know I don't like Joe Flacco. I'll say that I think Casey Hayward is definitely somebody to keep in mind. Richard Sherman, somebody to keep in mind. Trey Boston, Malik Hooker. Let's go with somebody like Anthony Harris, are all names that I'm definitely saying just keep those in the back of your mind. And I'm hoping Desmond King, Brian Poole, some guys out of the slot as well. All right, let's go to Caleb Landry. He says, Drake and Josh, I love the show growing up. I have a feeling I'm going to like it a little bit more. I just got a $50 super chat, so somebody out there in Chat Sports, figure out who's going to be shotgunning the beer. You guys can figure it out. If you want Marshall, type M. If you want Chase, type C. If you want Chat Sports Harry back there, I want you typing H. So Somebody's going to be shotgunning the beer, and if nobody's going to raise their hand and do it, I guess I'll do it. Michael, he's got his $1 super chat. Appreciate the love, my man. Let's go to Sean Forbes, one of the OGs here, one of my favorite watchers. We got, hey, Mitch, good afternoon. Bonjour. This free agency has got me feeling a lot of emotions. Laugh aloud. How do you feel about this free agency already? It's been an absolute roller coaster, right? Yannick Ngakoue up, Gabe Jackson down, then you're able to trade Gabe, you're able to trade Rodney Hudson, you're able to feel all nice, and then the John Brown was like, okay, it's a little bit of a question mark, but I understand it. Solomon Thomas, Quentin Jefferson, they were okay moves from top to bottom. And now this one is definitely another bit of a head scratcher. There's no doubt about it, okay? No doubt about it. John Gruden is very, very unpredictable, so that's what I think. So how about this? Grade the Raiders free agency so far, A, B, C, D, or F. And I got the roulette spin, and I owe y'all 2 extra sips. So, Sean, you got 2 sips from the roulette wheel. Start getting some votes in. Raiders fan says C. Albert says he wants Marshall to come on. Kircho wants Harrison to come on. Both of them should come on. Somebody said Mitch Trubisky to the Bills. Yes, you are correct. Not me, though. We got a lot of C's coming in. I actually think C, maybe C plus is probably where I'm at, just for the simple fact of they've also done a pretty good job in terms of spending money, but they also got one of the top guys that I wanted in Yannick Ngakoue. So if you guys are diehard Raider fans, we got 1,700 people watching right now. Please go ahead and subscribe. The link, it will be in the chat. It's also down below. We go breaking news. We also go live every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. We're also having a good time here, having a few drinks. I mean, and anytime some breaking news happens, we're going to be breaking everything down for y'all. So if you want free Raiders videos literally every single day, go ahead and subscribe. All right, we got Dondo_613. Do you think now we need to make a hard push at Harris? I don't really know who you mean by at Harris. I mean, maybe Anthony Harris. If that's the case, then sure, I would love for the Raiders to go out and sign a top safety. However, I am starting to think more and more that they're just going to go a cheaper option. Cheaper options are like Trey Boston and a guy like Malik Hooker. Let's go to the next Super Chat coming in here on the Raiders Report. It's just from Raider 1. Much love. Blake Dufresne, already answered that one. Ricardo, you're next up here. I'll spin the wheel. What are the salary cap situation after Hudson-Jackson trade? It was actually sitting at about like $14 million. Now with the Kenyan Drake move and a few others that have just been sprinkled in like Derek Carrier. Unfortunately, it hasn't quite been updated yet, so I don't have the exact number, but I know before the Kenyan Drake and Derek Carrier move, it was at 14. And then picked up Curtis Samuel. Keep up the good work, Rick. Yeah, I agree. They should have picked up Curtis Samuel. All right, William Blair, you're next up here. Why are we signing bums? Kenyan Drake's not a bum. Also, I owe you 2 more sips. Hang on. Kenyan Drake's not a bum. He's a good running back. It's just more of a peculiar move ultimately. Like, you already have Josh Jacobs. Why go out and spend this extra money at a position that maybe a lot of y'all feel like you don't need? The reason why John Gruden did it is because he was a joker running back, and that's how they ultimately want to use him. All right, y'all, so this is what's going to happen here. We're going to get back to all the questions. We've got a lot more people joining in the Raiders Report, so I'm going to break down the entire move, why it happened, how it looks for the depth chart up here, and then we'll get back into everyone's questions. So to everyone that sent in a Super Chat, I promise you we will get to all your Super Chats. To the $50 Super Chat from X-Tonic Yeti, I will chug the beer since nobody's standing up there to do it. I just didn't want to chug a beer early and then go through everything that just happened. So all the questions will be coming up here, so you continue to get your Super Chats in, or you can use hashtag Raiders and we'll start breaking everything down. But first, I just want to tell everyone that just joined in the show the news that just went down. Raider Nation, what's going on? We have some breaking news. The Las Vegas Raiders have gone out and signed ex-Cardinals running back Kenyan Drake to a 2-year, $14.5 million deal. There is $11 million of this contract. That's fully guaranteed. When I saw free agency when I woke up this morning, he was the number 2 running back left on the market. At the very, very beginning of free agency, I had it as Aaron Jones, I had it as Chris Carson, and then Kenyan Drake was my number 3 back. Am I a little bit surprised about this move? Yes, I am. I was anticipating the Raiders to save their money, and if they were going to go out and sign a running back, I was thinking somebody a little bit cheaper for under $3 million, or an older veteran, maybe somebody like an Adrian Peterson, or another power running back. I did not anticipate them to go out and get a pass-catching, smaller running back, somebody like Kenyan Drake. He is athletic, but it is overall a pretty surprising move. So what do you guys think here? What's your one-word reaction to Drake signing with the Las Vegas Raiders. So I know what it says on screen. It's with the Las Vegas Raiders. So what's your one-word reaction to Drake signing with the Raiders? Go down in the comments section. Let me know. I would appreciate it. We'll start giving some shout-outs here. We tried to throw everything together a little quicker, and we just want to be able to break things down for y'all. Bingo. One-word reaction to the Drake signing with the Las Vegas Raiders. I'll say peculiar. I could also say the word joker because John Gruden seems to be a joker. That's how they want to be able to use Kenyan Drake in this joker role. But peculiar because you already have Josh Jacobs, and I did not anticipate them going out and spending $14.5 million on another running back. Is he going to be able to be a valuable asset to this offense? Yes, he is. But again, if I could invest that $14.5 million in either rebuilding our offensive line, maybe a center, or could have invested that money into, I don't know, a safety, another defensive back, even more edge rusher play. Like, that's the route I would have rather gone. So, bottom line is this. John Gruden is one of the hardest dudes to realistically be able to predict. There is no doubt about it. It is for Chucky heads. Believe it, baby. So with the move here with Kenyan Drake signing that 2-year, $14.5 million deal with 11 of that guaranteed, a lot of y'all are probably sitting here wondering, like, wait a minute, what exactly is he going to offer? What exactly is he going to be able to do here for this Raiders offense? So he's 27 years old, 6'1", 211 pounds, also from Alabama, so maybe a little bit of connection there with Josh Jacobs. But last season, 239 carries, 955 yards, and 10 touchdowns. I actually thought he looked a lot better in 2019 when the Arizona Cardinals used him. I'll think a little bit better, and especially in the passing game. For whatever reason, they didn't use him like that last season. So Kenyan Drake ended up signing the deal. We went live yesterday for Gabe Jackson trade. We went live for Rodney Hudson trade. We went live for the Solomon Thomas, Quentin Jefferson moves. Bottom line is this, the Raiders, they're unpredictable, and as soon as they make a big splash in free agency, a big-time trade, we're going to be breaking it down for you here on the Raiders Report. So make sure you guys subscribe to the #1 most watched Raiders show in the entire world. We're always trying to do our best to keep you updated no matter what time it is. And yes, this is actually how I make my living. So I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe, spread the show, because we are family, no doubt about that. All right, so what exactly does Kenyan Drake bring to the Las Vegas Raiders? He's played in at least 14 games every single year. I know that we have Josh Jacobs. However, Jacobs has struggled staying healthy, especially at the end of the year. So if you can go out and get a running back that you're confident that can be healthy and at least maybe take some of that pressure off Jacobs, I actually am okay with that. He's a good pass-catching running back with definitely some ability between the tackles, but Gruden wants to use him as a joker. And what exactly do I mean by that? When the Raiders went out and drafted Lidbonen Jr. in the 3rd round, pick number 80 last season, they wanted him to be able to be a joker, which is like, you know, he can run out of shotgun, he can move around the offensive line a lot more. They just wanted to be able to have him on the field and for defensive players and coaches be like, what the heck are they going to do with him? John Gruden has come out and said that he likes his versatility. Vic Tafur has also said that look for the Raiders to use him as a joker. So Lynn Bowden Jr. was a swing and a miss. Look for them to really get crazy, I actually think, with somebody like Drake. So this is what he did in 2020. We're going to go through some of his numbers throughout his career. 239 carries, 955 yards, 10 touchdowns. That's what he did on the ground. But as I stated before, I loved what he did in 2019. He was never a good fit with the Miami Dolphins, and then he came over to Arizona, and then it totally changed. 170 carries, 817 yards. He averaged 4.8 yards per carry and 8 touchdowns. But if somebody's not going to make the joke, guess what? I'm going to make the joke. Kenyan Drake joining Josh Jacobs. This goes back to my childhood. This goes back to one of my favorite television shows of Drake and Josh. If somebody doesn't create, honestly, like a picture or something about this, you're totally missing out. But Josh is still going to be the RB1. But in terms of overall workload, last season, Jacobs was basically at around 60 to 65% of the touches when he was healthy. I anticipate that number to come down a little bit more. Look for Jacobs now to get like 50% of the touches at running back. Look for Drake to probably get about 30, and then look for Alec Ingold, Jalen Richard, and all the other players at running back to really break it up in between there. The other thing, though, that I like about Drake is that he can be a really solid asset in the 2-minute drill. Now, this might not be the best sign for somebody like, I don't know, Jalen Richard, because the Raiders now have an opportunity where if you move on from Richard, you can save $3.5 million. I'll tell you this, if I'm going to go out and spend $14.5 million on Drake, give him $11 million guaranteed, then I'm paying $3.5 for Jalen Richard. I get that Jacobs is on a rookie deal and it's cheaper, but, man, that's a lot of money to invest into your running back position when your defense is coming off one of the worst defensive years in the history of the Las Vegas Raiders. So give me your confidence level right now in the Raiders running back room scale from 1 to 10. I'll tell you what, the running back group, this might actually be one of the deepest, one of the best running back groups in the National Football League. I'll probably still say that the Cleveland Browns have a better backfield with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, but Jacobs, Kenyan Drake, and Jalen Richard, I mean, that's a pretty solid three-headed monster. If you play fantasy football, though, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. Now, we also got some awesome shirts rocking here on today's show. If you want to get any shirt that I wear, I do wear these Raiders Against the World ones occasionally. Go to chatsports.com/RaidersWorld where you can get this shirt for $24.99. I'm going to put it in the comments. It's also going to be in the description of this video. So if you want a shirt that absolutely amplifies everything that we believe in Raider Nation, go get yourself a Raiders Against the World shirt. Also, if you get one, tag me on Instagram and Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. I like to share it. All right, so again, the Raiders here, they signed running back Kenyan Drake to a 2-year, $14.5 million contract. As soon as this news went down, everyone here at Chat Sports, yes, Chat Sports, that's who I work for. We were like, all right, we got to go live. We got to break it down here. So if you're watching this live, remember, we go live for breaking news. Also, I go live every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. So if you want to be one of your friends that knows everything about the Raiders, this is the channel to subscribe to. If you don't want to know anything about the Raiders, then no, you're definitely in the wrong place. If you want to talk to me more about this move, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, my Instagram handle is down below, at Mitchell Renz 365. I went live last night. I'll probably be going live this weekend, too, with everything that happened in free agency and continue to break a few things down. But ultimately here with this move, with Kenyan Drake going out and signing for 2 years, $14.5 million, I do want you guys to grade the signing, and then I'll give you my grade as well. So as soon as this move happened, I know a lot of people were like, I don't 100% understand it. But this is also the way that I think I understand it. The Raiders needed to get better in goal-to-go situations. The Raiders needed to get more creative down in the red zone. They needed to be able to figure out a way once in a while to pick up that tough yard, maybe two. And if they believe that Kenyan Drake can do that, this to me is a signing that's saying, okay, we are going to get a little bit more creative with our playbook. If John Gruden is going to stay true to his word here, and they are going to use him as a true joker, then yes, I like this move a lot more. If they just plan on using him like in a Devontae Booker type of role, then guess what? I'm not really going to be ultimately crazy about it. So go ahead, get your grades in here for a 2-year, $14.5 million deal, A, B, C, D, or F. My grade, when I think about it, is probably a C, and I'm more of a tough grader for the simple fact of this is an average move, and until I see it materialize out on the football field, it's going to be hard for me to really be crazy about it. Now, if we had an amazing defense, I'd give it a B because I think Kenyan Drake is a good running back, but you also have to account the idea that you're using extra money when you should use it on the offensive line, or you should use it on the defense. You're putting extra money into a position that I think a lot of Raiders fans right here would say, you know what, man? It really wasn't that big of a need. You had Jacobs, you had Jalen Richard, and I would tell those people that I agree with you. But if you're trying to get creative, if you're trying to find that Lynn Bowden replacement, if you will, that's ultimately why I do believe the Raiders did go out and get the number 2 running back left on the free agent market. And when free agency started, again, it was Aaron Jones, it was Chris Carson, it was Kenyan Drake. But if you were to ask me which running back do I think would fit better with Gruden, I would have said Kenyan Drake because he's actually been able to show that he can stay healthy and has played in at least 14 games every single season that he's ever played in. He's 27 years old. He hasn't had a lot of work in his time. I'm hoping, though, the Raiders know what they're doing here. But how about this? I know some of y'all aren't totally crazy about the move, and I know some other people are like, all right, what about some other players here, man? I want you to go down in the comments section right now. We're going to give some shout-outs here. I want you to name a player that you think the Raiders should sign next. All right, let's start giving some shout-outs here. I see Cool J says Pat Peterson. He's already signed, homeboy. He went to the Vikings. Again, give me some names here. Somebody asked what's going on with Marcus Mariota. The Raiders basically said, hey, man, you got to take a contract restructure, go down to $3 million, or else we're basically just going to get rid of you. I'm curious to see what the Raiders ultimately do. Malik Hooker, Juju Smith-Schuster from Mariah, Anthony Harris from Sergio. We got another Juju or Galladay. See, this to me even is more of that I don't think the Raiders go out and they make a move on offense. Like, I don't understand why you would spend all this money at running back if you still plan on going out and spending even more on a wide receiver when you still have a lot of holes, especially at safety, out there. So Richard Sherman's one, a lot of Anthony Harris's. Somebody said Khalil Mack. That ain't happening, homeboy. Adoree Jackson is actually a pretty interesting name, no doubt about that. So we are going to be going back into some of these questions here. And again, if you send in a $1 super, I'll give you a shout out. $5 will drink some beer. $10 is a beer drink and a roulette spin. $20 is a green fireball shot. And I know it's not up on screen, but if you guys send in a $50 super chat like xtonic_Yeti did here, then we will go ahead and I'm going to shotgun a beer. If somebody could go out and give me my, I guess, beer bong or whatever the hell it's called. I can't say it because they're not a sponsor, Sam. But so what do we got? So now we have draft exclusively O-line and DB's first 4 picks. If so, who? I'm definitely going to have to do another Raiders mock draft. There's no doubt about that. And I'm definitely going to have to do some other needs. The offensive line players that I know the Raiders like, it's Tevin Jenkins, Radon, so that's probably more of a second-round pick. Rashawn Slater, I know somebody that Mayock really, really likes. Christian Darrisaw from Virginia Tech. And then defensive backs. I mean, J.C. Horn, if he potentially slides, could be an interesting option. But from top to bottom, yes, the Raiders do need to go out, and they do need to add some more players. There's no doubt about that. So, Xtonic Yeti, I appreciate the question. I'm going to take this beer here. And, again, every $50 super chat, I'll take a Merbongo to the head. And then once everything is filled up, oh, yep. No free ads. Sorry. Well, if you guys heard your name, go ahead. Come over and sponsor. Let's go to the next question here, and I'll keep answering them. Then I'll do this once the foam dies down. We got Twin Dad. Under or over your liver is screaming for a vacay. Yeah, it's definitely screaming for a vacay, but free agency only happens a few days out of the year, and if I can have a good time with the nation, then that's what it's all about. So it's all good, Twin Dad. Appreciate the comment. Let's go to Norbiz Live. We haven't signed any cornerbacks yet. Who do you think will be our first cornerback signing? If I have to honestly put money on it, I'll say Desmond King in the slot. That's my prediction here. Let's go to Gabriel. What up? Is it true they want Marcus Mariota to take a pay cut of $8 million? So go down $8 million? Basically, yes, that's kind of what they're looking for. They want to get him down somewhere around $3 million a year, and I think that's more than fair. He's a good quarterback, but if they don't want to pay him that type of money, it's easy to be able to move on from it. The issue is I know that a lot of y'all wanted him to get traded, but his contract is an absolute nightmare to trade. Let's go to Ricardo. I'll spin the roulette wheel. Also, I see, oh yeah, I know you are. He also put in a $10 super without a question. So basically what I owe here is, Sam, you owe me a beer sip. So, Sam, you got to take a beer sip, and then I got to spin the roulette wheel one more time here. We'll see what it ends up landing on. So, what do you think about trade back from 17 to like the late 20s and pick up an extra second-round pick, Zaven Collins, Jevon Holland, and a tackler guard with the extra second? So, if you can get Jevon Holland a little bit later on, I actually think he'll be available past pick number 48. Solid safety from Oregon who decided to opt out this past year. I've been saying for a long time, though, I am always team, trade down, because if you can do it, I do think it makes a lot of sense and you can get even more picks. All right, so I spun the roulette wheel. I owe y'all a fireball shot, so give me a second here. Let me pour it. But yes, I am team trade down, no doubt about it. All right, let's go to the next question here on the Raiders Report. And again, we are live because the Raiders signed Kenyan Drake to a 2-year, $14.5 million deal. Do the Raiders sign another wide receiver, perhaps Juju Smith-Schuster, or sign Richard Sherman? I think they're done signing the receivers. They got John Brown, and then in terms of going out and signing someone else like Sherman, there's a much higher chance of them going out and getting Richard Sherman than instead of them going out and getting somebody like Juju Smith-Schuster. Dale Webb, cheers to you. I'm just going to take my shot. It's all good. Woo! Oh, man. All right, we're ready to rock and roll here. So, this next one, then, I want to know what you guys are thinking. What is the Raiders' biggest need at this point? When you realistically think about all the needs that the Raiders have, what do you think is the biggest need here? Let me know down in the comments section. All right, so I'm thinking, safety is still probably the biggest need for me. Running back definitely no longer there. Offensive line, it's between right tackle. Now, if you're confident in having Denzel Good play right tackle, then that's definitely a possibility here. Or, somebody like, I think it's safety, defensive back, and offensive tackle. I think those are so far the biggest needs from top to bottom. So, all right, again, we'll start giving some shout-outs here. I got Chase is saying safety. We got CB from Noah Garcia. Right tackle from Nicholas Riddle. We got Just Dede saying, what, you want Dede Westbrook? Okay, fair enough to there. So what is the Raiders' biggest need? Go down in the comments section and let me know. Let's go to King DJ. What's up, my man? I'm hyped AF with this signing, two-headed monster. So I'm glad you're excited for the Kenyan Drake move. So this is what's going to happen, Sam. I want you to grade the Kenyan Drake signing back up. I'm going to take this beer bong here, and as a reminder, every $50 super chat that y'all send in, we'll make somebody chug a beer. But I already did the first one, so that means somebody else out there is doing another. And I don't care what I get from them, but somebody else is going to do one. You send in $50. People here at Chat Sports are going to knock them down. While I'm knocking it down, if you want to post it on Instagram, if you want to post it on Twitter, tag me at Mitchell Renz 365, and then we'll break everything down for you all there, and I'll be able to share it. All right, here we go. Oh, man, that's cold. All right, let's get some shout-outs here. What do we got? What are your votes coming in? We got a lot of B's. Okay, got some C's also flowing in. JT Money says we need a corner and a tackle. I'm with you there. Jacob says we need a coach. All right, I don't know about that. That's a lot of slander. I understand Gruden's doing some weird things, but I'm still hoping that it all works out. Let's go to Steven Rockwell here. Another super chat. Again, you guys super. We'll put you on screen. Isaiah Johnson to free safety and sign Earl Thomas to be a backup or early starter to help both safeties learn the system. I'm not bringing in Earl Thomas. I don't think that's the way that you ultimately do it because you still need somebody who is not going to be a locker room cancer. So I'm good on Earl Thomas. There's other safeties out there that I'd rather have if we're just being legit here. And then in terms of Isaiah Johnson, I know the Raiders are actually really high on Johnson, who came out of Houston. He's long, he's lanky, but it's another player that I don't really think is going to be confident in playing cover basically in the middle of the field. So cover three, the center fielder. There's other safeties out there that can do it. If you are confident in Isaiah Johnson, I'd rather put him at a corner who's long and lanky, which is something that Gus Bradley definitely likes. And actually, I'd rather have Isaiah Johnson and Damon Arnett battle it out for the cornerback 2 spot. Let's go to Sean Forbes. You're next up here. Mitch, I'll spin the roulette wheel. Who do you think we sign next, and do we have them today? Hope all is well. I actually don't know if the Raiders make any other moves today, y'all. It's so hard to be able to predict what they're going to do. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't figure that out. But I'm going to continue to say Malik Hooker is going to be the next name. It's the name that I want to happen. All right, I'm looking at it, and I owe y'all 10 squats. So, Sean Forbes, shout out to you. Cheers, my man. Done. All right, so next one's coming in from Rogers the Iceman Smith. We got, does it really matter if offensive line can't block for him? So you're talking about, like, does it actually matter to sign a running back if our offensive line sucks? Sam's in my ear saying, don't bend your back. So I'm with you here. I actually do think it's a pretty interesting move to go out and bring in a running back when your offensive line is still a major question mark. Sure, you have Colton Miller. I think I owe one more. Sure, you have Colton Miller on the left side. But Richie Incognito, he's also back, so that's good. Denzel Good being a right tackle, that's still a question mark. John Simpson, right guard. Your center is still the biggest question mark. But if you have Incognito, Miller, I'm out of breath, Denzel Good, they're hoping that is enough to really be strong. And if they are confident in Andre James, and if they're confident in ultimately John Simpson, that it's a good move. But by moving on from Gabe Jackson, Rodney Hudson, and Trent Brown, that's $36 million they saved. That's why they did it. All right, let's get her done here. Producer Sam will take a shot if we can get this live show to 650 likes. So if you want to know what Sam's thinking right now and how he's feeling, this tells you everything. I didn't tell Sam to do this. Sam wanted to do this. So if we can get up to 650 likes, Sam is going to go ahead and he's going to come on here and take a shot of Fireball. Also, I see, oh yeah, I know you are, says Mitch, sending you a little more drink money. All right, cheers to y'all, appreciate it. That one's from, oh yeah, I know you are. As a reminder as well, I always say it, if you guys see me in Las Vegas, I'm going to be in Nashville, Tennessee from like June 17th to June 20th, so if anybody lives there, find me. I owe you a drink if you subscribe, and if you super chat, I might even get you two. So, cheers to y'all, appreciate it. Also, we're at 681, so they just blew that out of the water. All right, yeah, you said it way too low. I mean, you guys want to do double or nothing? Y for yes, N for no. If y'all can get to, if we can get to let's say 800 likes, 800 likes in the next minute, Sam's going to do 2 shots. All right, 800 likes in the next 60 seconds, Sam does 2 shots. Let's see if we can get there. We're at 706, 720. We got 1,800 people watching right now. If you guys want to get your questions on the show, you can use hashtag Raiders or you can super chat. 764 likes. Sam, you got 30 seconds remaining. Let's go. Like the vid. 789. You might as well just come over here. If you think Raider Nation's not gonna force you to take 2 shots, 801. We did it. We did it. All right, Sam, come on down. Come on down. All right, Sam. So Sam's going to take 2 shots. Everyone say hi to Sam. What sweatshirt are you wearing? Soccer team. Oh, man. I'm not a soccer guy, but it's all good. So Sam, this is the guy who makes all the graphics move in the background. We've been able to get a lot more people here at Chat Sports because, well, we've been doing a pretty good job here at the Raiders Report, all of our other shows. As a reminder, as soon as I get done doing this show at the Raiders Report, I'm actually going to go do NFL Daily on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. So if you guys haven't already subscribed there, please do. It's youtube.com/chatsportstv. We'll be breaking down the latest NFL news and rumors, and we're also going to be breaking down the top free agents left. All right, Sam, when you're ready, you go for it. You're going to like this. Yeah, I'm going to like it? That's what he's telling me. Double fisting. That's what I was hoping for. Slurring Sam. Shout out to Sam. Everyone spam Sam. That sounds weird, but it's okay. 895 likes on this vid. Let's get to 1,000. 1,000, and I'll give you a free roulette spin. How does that sound? Again, if you guys have already super chatted, we will get through all of them. Just be patient. Obviously, when you get close to 2,000 people watching something at the same time, it's not that easy. But Danny Higgins says, Sam, I am. We got Woo Wee from Michael Meyer. If this thing keeps going, we'll stay live. All right, we got Slow Feet, Don't Eat. Any chance you get on a Raider Honcho live stream? If Raider Honcho wants me on his live stream, if he wants me to come on a show, I'm sure he'd reach out to me. So Raider Honcho, if you want me to come on the show, I know you did one with Graf, and that's my boy. Please hit me up. Just email me, maybe the easiest way, or just slide in my DMs, Mitchell Renz 365, or text Graf and give him my phone number. It's probably the easiest way to get in contact with me. All right, super chat is from Oh Yeah, I Know You Are. Just $10. All right, I got to spin the roulette wheel. Let's get it going here. All right, next one's coming in from 07 Hog Dog. Is Kenyan Drake making more money than Josh Jacobs? If so, that's disrespectful. Is he making more money than Josh Jacobs? Yes, he is, but that's because Josh Jacobs is on a rookie contract. It's not disrespectful. It's just simply the way that the NFL works. Like, if you're a free agent running back, you're going to get paid more than a rookie. It has nothing to do with disrespect, so I'm going to respectfully disagree. All right, let's go to Jared Vicente. If Trevin Merrick is on the board and we don't get him, I'm going to throw up. It depends where you're talking about. I know he's the top safety probably in the draft, but when I realistically think about the way that this whole free agency period goes, sure, if they don't come away with a safety, I'd actually be okay with them taking Merrick at 17. But in terms of better player and overall filling needs, I'll still rather have Christian Barmore at 17. He's the top DT in the draft. You can never have too many defensive tackles. Ask Dave Gettleman. Also, potentially a guy like Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I think he'd also be a great pick at 17. But if their goal is to go out and get Merrick, that means I don't think they're going to go out and sign anybody in free agency. So it is something to keep in mind. So name a player that the Raiders, they should go out and draft. Throw it down in the comments section. We got 1,800 people watching. We will start giving some shout-outs. I see Daniel Rubio Game says no to joke. I don't know how you can say no to joke. I understand that the Raiders re-signed Nicholas Morrow, but there's some reports out there that they actually might use him as a middle linebacker, and then they have Nick Kwiatkowski and Corey Littleton. A lot of times, I shouldn't say a lot of times, sometimes Gus Bradley uses 4 linebackers to really cover the field. Now, I've been saying for a long time that maybe one of those linebacking positions could actually be Jonathan Abram. That's another thing to keep in mind. But go down in the comments. Let me know. I'm seeing a lot of jokes, seeing some Jujus. He's a free agent. You got a Christian Barmore. All right, you guys, you're giving me Sherman, Desmond King. Those guys, they're not there. Vera Tucker's actually a good name. Offensive lineman out of USC. I just don't think that's the route they go. I think Quinn Miners is a player to keep in mind who can play guard and he can play center. All right, let's go to the Super Chat here. What do you think about picking up Desmond King? Love it. He's probably my top DB right now in terms of replacing somebody like LaMarcus Joyner to play that slot role because he also knows Gus Bradley's system. There's still some verdict out on how good he is. He was really good in 2019, 2018 with Gus Bradley and the Chargers. But that defense was also stellar. And then he went to Tennessee, and then he was average. So, a little above average. But I do like Desmond King. Oh, yeah, I know you are. Mitch, sending you a little more drank money. I think I already gave you a shout-out, but you know what? I'll give you one again. Cheers, my man. Dale Webb signed David Andrews. So David Andrews was the center for the New England Patriots. And I know sometimes we get nervous about Patriots or ex-Patriots coming over here, especially offensive linemen, because what happened with Trent Brown. He'd be a halfway decent center. He's an average center, I would say. And if you can get him in at a halfway decent deal, sure. But I don't see the Raiders ultimately going out and doing that. They are actually very confident in Andre James. So I think that's going to be plan A. Now, maybe if somebody falls to them in the draft, then sure, your mind can change. All right, let's go to Memba666. What up, my man? Where is the secondary help? It's actually interesting, though. All right, somebody out there in Chat Sports, figure out who's going to be chugging a beer. Somebody figure it out. I don't know who, but somebody's going to do it. He's got a 50. So where is the secondary help? But I'll say this. It's actually not just the Raiders. There hasn't been a lot of cornerbacks that have been signed. There hasn't really been a lot of safeties that are signed. It's been a very interesting market in terms of secondary play. So I'm with you. I'm still waiting for the Raiders to make that move. But the fact that there really hasn't been many other signings at that position, and the fact that somebody like William Jackson, who I thought was the no doubt number one cornerback on the market, he went for like 3 years, 42. Shaquille Griffin went for 3 years, 44.5. That makes me actually feel pretty good about the Raiders being able to get somebody halfway decent at a reasonable price here. All right, we got Richard Bennett. Your beer bong is cool, but it looks like a bedpan. It's actually supposed to be a mermaid. I found it on Instagram. The guys who own this company, if it is a company, they make this product, and as you can see, if you're under 18, don't look, it's got boobs. But there you go. It's supposed to be a mermaid. That's what it is. But the Raider fans, they hit me up. They're like, hey, man, check out my product. If you have a product and you're a Raiders fan and you want it on the show, if you want me to say the product, that's sponsorship. That's different. But if you just want me to have it on the show, and we can figure something out, no doubt about it. All right, this one's coming in from No Garcia. If possible, get Christian Barmore at or maybe Christian Humphrey. So I'll say this. Christian Barmore is definitely the route that I'm going to go here. I love Barmore, top defensive tackle on the market, and the fact that they're not going out. And then you said Creed Humphrey. Yeah, I get Creed Humphrey also as being a potential fit, but I love, and I mean love, Barmore. And I know Bradley, and I know them, they really want to be able to build that defensive tackle job a little bit more. And I know that you already brought back Hankins and, David Irving, and you have Mo Hurst, you have some of these other players as well. But Barmore to me is a game changer, and that's kind of what I'm looking for, a game changer. All right, we got another one coming in here from oh yeah, I know you are. Mitch! Who do we have as a backup center? I see we have depth in other positions. So honestly, y'all, we have Andre James, and then hypothetically speaking, if Andre James were to go down, it would more than likely be Denzel Good. He would probably be the guy that they would slot in and play center, maybe even Richie Incognito. But one of the biggest reasons why they gave Denzel Good a little bit more money is because of his versatility. So it would be Denzel Good. Let's go to Owl. What do you think about Christian Darrisaw or Jalen Mayfield? If I had to pick between both of them, I'll take Christian Darrisaw. I made a video like a month ago, and I actually left Darrisaw off my list, and I got done doing the video, and I was kicking myself in the you-know-where because I was like, I like Darrisaw. He's my number 2 offensive tackle out of Virginia Tech. Jalen Mayfield's a player that I've brought up before also from Michigan, but he's a little raw to me, and he's got high upside. There is no doubt about it. But he's more of a player that I'd maybe take a shot on and pick number 48. I just don't know if he's going to be there at pick number 48. All right, we got a super chat coming in here from Ricardo or Pereza. What would be your dream 5th-round draft for the Raiders be? Know that we have an extra 3rd and an extra 5th. Keep up the great work. You guys are doing a great job. Take some shots. All right, how about this? You want me to take some shots? I'll make you a deal. I'm going to take 2 shots, and I'm going to spin the roulette wheel since we got a bunch of cowards out there in Chat Sports. I want everyone to go message Marshall Green. Chase is going to come in. Okay, Chase said he's going to come in. So, but Ricardo, if you want some shots, I'll take a shot for you. We'll see if Chase is going to come in and take a beer. He is getting ready for NFL Daily, though, so just keep that in mind. Hopefully you guys tune into NFL Daily. So it looks like Chase is getting up. He's starting to stretch. He's doing some weird things with his throat here, so he's going to be coming on here shortly. He'll chug a beer for you. All right, let's get this thing going here. Next question is going to be coming in. Also, Ricardo, if you could take a screenshot of Chase doing that, we'll put it on Instagram. If you have one, put it on Twitter. Tag me, and then we'll tag him. We'll get this thing going. All right, let's go to Derek. What's up, Derek? Appreciate you. We got 333. That's a lot of threes. Also, let's get to 1,000 likes. It's a free roulette spin. We only need 14 more. If the Raiders draft any non-defensive player, the draft will be a complete failure and a bust. See, that's not true. You can still draft offensive players. Like, I get the idea of, now running back's probably out of the question. Wide receiver, a late-round wide receiver is still, I think, up for discussion. But offensive tackle, offensive guard, and a center, I mean, I do believe they're going to take at least one. You have to take at least one, right? And actually, with the likelihood of Marcus Mariota, I don't think really coming back, you might even be able to take a quarterback a little bit later on. So, Derek, it's definitely something to think about. Now, if you guys are looking for daily videos around the Las Vegas Raiders, seriously, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to make Marshall put the subscribe link down in the comments. So all you got to do is click on it. That way it's a lot easier to be able to find. We're keeping you guys up to date on the latest news and rumors. The reason why we're going live right now is because the Raiders signed Kenyan Drake to a 2-year, $14.5 million deal with $11 million guaranteed. I literally left work yesterday. I came all the way back to work once the Gabe Jackson move was made, and then we made a video around the Rodney Hudson trade. We made deals around the Quentin Jefferson. Oh, man, like Yannick Ngakoue. I mean, all the moves that the Raiders made. Solomon Thomas, we broke it all down for you, and that's what we do here. So hit the big red button. Don't miss anything. Go to youtube.com/Raiders Report. The other reason why you should subscribe, we get down just like Nation does. So I'm going to bring on Chase here. He's one of the newest members at Chat Sports. We just brought him in from Pennsylvania. You guys sent in a $50 super chat. He's going to knock one down. Also, shout out to Carlos for the $1.99 super. Appreciate you. So Chase, he was shotgunning all week, and we've been working a lot of hours here. So as you can see, we're hurting pups a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you, but it's all good. We love what we do. We love what we do here. So appreciate everyone watching. Carlos, again, appreciate the super chat. So if you guys want to get your questions here on the show, all you got to do is use #Raiders, or you can super chat. Appreciate it. Marshall, you're coming on next if we get another $50. He's got his tail between his legs. I know, Harrison. See, Harrison, though, scares me. Harrison, nobody's going to make Harrison come on here if he doesn't want to. Harrison's watching 24. That's amazing. All right, let's go to this next one here from Alex D. One player worth trading down for. All right, so basically one player that I would trade down for. I mean, there's a lot of guys I would trade down for. I mean, Zaven Collins is a guy I would trade down for. Trayvon Merrick is a guy I would trade down for. Anytime that you can trade down, I'm a big believer in it. Because if, let's say, I don't know, a team like the Bears or the Colts, they want to, trade up to 17, you're going to be able to get probably another first-round pick. And if you don't get a first-round pick, you could probably get an early second, or you're going to get like a whole bunch of even more draft picks. And for the Raiders, you have so many holes on the defense. And really, now you have holes in the offensive line. Trade down, get more picks. Let's go to this next one from Alejandro Silva. I have no idea how much that is, but I appreciate it. Do you see the Raiders taking a center at the NFL draft? I'll be honest, I would be surprised if the Raiders took a center. It's not really a very deep center class. And with them being confident in James, I actually see them either rolling with James or signing a veteran. I do think, though, it would be a bad idea to sign or draft a center to be able to start a rookie center with a veteran quarterback like Carr. Not that Carr's injury prone, because he's not. It's just not the route I would go. And sure, Andre is technically a rookie because he hasn't gotten a lot of playing time, but I would be surprised if they took one at center, because there's also not many centers that I'm that crazy about. Let's go to Air Conditioned Raider Nation. How do you feel about A.J. Boye? Haven't heard anything since he left. I was actually not really a big fan of A.J. Boye. I mean, the Denver Broncos let him go for a reason, right? This guy was washed up. He had a pretty bad year this past season. And producer Sam, he actually said, and I quote, "Dog, you can fill in the last word, throw it in the comments section below." But A.J. Boye is just not really a player that I like, and there's a reason why he went to the Raiders, and then you haven't heard anything since because, and it's simple, he's just not very good anymore. Let's go to fadeaway 84. We got Ingold is the best fullback in draft minors. He goes to the same college as me. So minors, so you go to Wisconsin Whitewater. All right. I mean, hey, I met some people at Wisconsin Whitewater back in my days when I used to play baseball. That's a D3 powerhouse right there. I do think that Ingold is a top 5 fullback, no doubt about that. And then in terms of drafting minors, I mean, he could play center, he could play guard, and I know he could play a little bit of tackle, but he's going to play guard or center. If you could draft minors in probably the 3rd round, because now the Raiders have 2 third-round picks, I would love that. I have heard some people say that he could get drafted in the 2nd round. That would be a little high for me, but he had a great showing at the Senior Bowl, and I know there's a lot of teams pretty interested. Freddie Osanya, he's got a $5 super chat, so cheers to you, my man. Hang on, I owe you all some sips. Give me a sec. All right. Let's go to this next super chat here from Rene Fuentes. What about Brian Poole as a nicker corner instead of Amik Robertson? So what about Brian Poole as a nickel corner here? So I think he's a pretty solid player from top to bottom, no doubt about that. And in terms of like Desmond King, I know a lot of y'all bring him up, no doubt about it. But when I made my video about a week ago, probably a month ago at this point, I talked about him being the #1 slot corner for a reason. He is elite, and I mean elite in being able to cover. He's been a top 10 nickel corner probably the last 3 years, and he's on a horrible football team, which I understand, right? So for me, I'm saying I would actually rather have Brian Poole over Desmond King, and I know that might be surprising for some of you, but yes, I would have him. I like Amik Robertson a lot, and I hope Amik Robertson can eventually live up to the hype, but I would rather have Brian Poole. He is a phenomenal player. All right, Carlos, a red hand pointing up. Oh, it's literally a red hand pointing up. All right, so Carlos, appreciate the super chat, my man. Let's go to X-Toxic Yeti. High key pee off at Kyle. Yeah, I know a lot of people were pretty upset that Kyle Long ended up signing with the Kansas City Chiefs, but I mean, I'm not really going to get too upset. If you were to ask me who would I rather have, Kyle Long or Richie Incognito, I will take Richie Incognito. It's just me being transparent with you. I get the idea of his last name being Long, which is probably the main reason why everyone wanted him. However, he hasn't been able to stay healthy. He hasn't been able to play more than 10 games, guys, since 2015. There's a reason why he retired. Sure, he went to the Raiders and then decided to pick the Chiefs. Like, that stings. But if you're a player like Long, no disrespect to the Raiders, but you do probably have a better chance of winning in Kansas City right now than you do like the Raiders. It sucks to say it. It absolutely pains me, but that's just me being real with y'all. And that's why Kyle Long did it. And I'm not going to yell at the guy for that. Let's go to Brian Darr. Did I just see Mariota released? No, you didn't. I'm looking at everything that I got here, and no, he has not been released, at least from what I see. They are, though, having reports around the Raiders trying to restructure his contract. They told him, hey, you got to go from making about $11 million. You got to come down to about $3 million. If you're not okay with that, they're just going to wave goodbye to him. He still believes that there's other teams out there that want to sign him. The issue is trading him is going to be very tough, but we also said that about Gabe Jackson. We also said that about Rodney Hudson. If you can ultimately trade Mariota, you do it. If Mariota says, no, I'm not going to take a pay cut, they're just going to cut him and save $10 million. All right, Rabbit Kloss, I love the show, Mitch. I am the guy who drew you in Rick and Morty style. IG sketch with Carlos. Dude, I love that picture. I was actually going to post it the other day, but I got a dog, and he took priority over my afternoon. But I will be posting that picture soon. I am a big fan of Rick and Morty. Absolutely love the show. So this is what's going to happen here. We just got another super chat. If you guys keep sending supers, I'll stay live. If you don't send supers, then I got to go get ready for NFL Daily, and I got to go over there and do a show. So, Travis, we got a super chat. This is the last one here. So give me a sec. I owe you a drink. All right, we need to sign Melvin Ingram. Imagine him and Yannick on the same defense. Jeez, I like Melvin Ingram a lot. I just think if you make the signing for Ingram, it's going to happen a few years too late. He's just been a player who has not been able to stay healthy for the past 3 seasons. And when you have a track record like that where you can't stay healthy for that long, that to me says that, okay, maybe he's just at the point in his career where you're never going to get the Melvin Ingram that we love, right? I mean, that's just the realization. If he's fully healthy, him and Yannick, yes, it would be amazing. But I do think there's some concern here. If you could bring in Ingram on a cheaper deal with heavy incentive base, if he can play, then yes, I'm on board. If it's not that, then I'll honestly not really be too crazy about it. So if you guys want more Raiders videos, seriously, hit that big red button that says subscribe. Turn on those notifications. We're going to continue to break things down here as long as we get some supers. That's what it's going to be all about. And look at that. We just got 2 more. So again, if you're looking to stay up to date on the latest Raiders news and rumors, subscribe. Turn on your notifications. I want to get to 76,000 subs. Let's get to John Simpson, and I would really, really appreciate it. Let's go to Devin Mordick. So Bears need a quarterback, and Mariota played well against the Chargers, and maybe we can do you're not going to get Khalil Mack back because he just actually restructured his contract, and it makes it really difficult for them to trade him even more so. They also signed Andy Dalton. I know a lot of y'all are laughing at Andy Dalton. However, think about this. The Bears were more willing to go give Andy Dalton up to $13 million than they were trading for Mariota. That's Mariota's contract issue. So they have Nick Foles. They have Andy Dalton. I don't see that happening. You also have the Miami Dolphins. They signed Jacoby Brissett. Washington football team has Ryan Fitzpatrick. All those NFL teams were rather have those quarterbacks than trade for Mariota. Now, if he hits the free agent market, he'll definitely get signed somewhere. I just don't know where that necessarily is going to be. Let's go to Toxic Yeti, one of the best guys on the show. How do you feel about Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah? The more and more tape I watch, the more and more I absolutely love this dude. He's a little bit undersized, no doubt about it. But when I really watch his film, he reminds me a lot of like Derwin James. He reminds me a lot of Jamal Adams. And you guys are going to be like, wait a minute, he plays linebacker. Those are 2 safeties names. In terms of athletic ability, in terms of size and overall fit, that's what that reminds me of. So here's the other part, right? If you believe that Jonathan Abram can be an absolute standout player, maybe instead of drafting Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, you just put you put Abram in that role where you can bring him up in terms of a linebacker / safety. He can play in the box a little bit more. You're going to see the Raiders do that. So that's actually one of the reasons why I don't know if they draft Owusu-Koramoah, but y'all know that if y'all don't know, I love Joke from Notre Dame. Let's go to Twin Dad. All right, do you think that the Raiders get Buster Cherry? I think you mean Buster Screen. If not, Buster Cherry is a porno that I have not yet seen. Appreciate the question. Buster Screen, to me, he's been an okay slot corner. I remember his time with the New York Jets. He's kind of bounced around the National Football League a little bit. Pretty undersized, got a quick first step. However, his best years, they're behind him. And if you do want to go out and bring in a nickel corner, the top 2 guys, I'm going to continue to say, it's Desmond King and it's Brian Poole. Those are the top 2 nickel corners still on the market. But Twin Dad, appreciate your question. My mom, she's a twin. All right, let's go to Manuel Valdez. Have you seen the interview with Max Crosby about his sobriety? Yes, I have. I also saw it on Twitter. But Max, he went on Bustin' with the Boys, talked about everything. I mean, if anybody out there is dealing with anything serious, seriously, don't be afraid to talk about it. Don't be afraid to talk about it with me. I'm always down. I've talked to Max a few times on IG and on Twitter, and he was one of the first guys that I really got in contact with on the Raiders. But I'm a little upset he won't come on the Raiders Report interview with me. But you guys can ask Max about that. I'm not going to get into the details there. But yes, I did see it, no doubt about it. All right, let's go to Eric here. What's up, Mitch? How you feel about Isaiah Johnson at free safety? So this is probably the 3rd time we've got this on this live show. He's a really athletic player, and it was probably one of the most underrated players coming out of the draft in 2019 out of Houston. Long, lanky, but from everything that I know, the Raiders want to use him more as a cornerback because Gus Bradley loves long, lanky corners. It's one of the reasons why he went out and drafted Richard Sherman. These long, lanky, athletic guys. That's what Isaiah Johnson is. Is he Richard Sherman? No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'd rather have Isaiah Johnson and Damon Arnett battle it out for the cornerback 2 role. I just don't think that Isaiah is really good enough to play safety. And it's also, I'd rather have Malik Hooker. I'd rather have Anthony Harris. I'd rather have all these other safeties out there, Trey Boston, play their natural position instead of Isaiah Johnson. Let's go to Tehran. Hopefully I got that right, dude. Do you think we can still get Richard Sherman? For sure. The issue is Richard Sherman, he really wants to get paid. Like, from everything that I hear, he wants to get like $12, $13, $14 million a year. That's a lot more than I'd be willing to give him. And my free agency prediction video, I had him somewhere around $8 and $9 million a year. The issue is he's really overvaluing himself, no doubt about it. Also, if you want some breaking news here, Will Fuller, he actually just signed with the Miami Dolphins, which is a pretty interesting move. Miami really was able to get a pretty big splash there. So no more Will Fuller questions because he just signed with the Miami Dolphins. Pretty surprising. But yes, I do still think Richard Sherman can go. All right, let's go to Nick Gomez. How much money do we have left after all the signings? Unfortunately, I haven't been able to sit down and really crunch out the numbers and do the math. When I woke up this morning, the Raiders were somewhere around $14 million. I was going to do a free agency tracker video today, but with the news around Kenyan Drake, that switched that up. So Drake signed a 2-year, $14.5 million deal. The Raiders are also going to be bringing back Derek Carrier, their tight end. So it depends on how much Carrier is going to make. Also, there's some other contract details that are still yet to be announced. It's hard to say because they can switch up deals. I'm going to say somewhere around like $6 million at this point. But when they move on from MARIOTA, you're getting back another like $10.75 million. Let's go to X_Toxic_Yeti. This is the last Super Chat unless we get another one here. So how likely would it be for us to trade up for Penei Sewell? It's zero chalky heads. Tuck rule, tuck that. So I'm a believer that Penei Sewell is going to go really, really early. And now that the Dolphins just went out and signed Will Fuller, I think that means that they have their eyes on somebody like Penei Sewell. Like, I get that they traded for Isaiah Wynn, but the biggest concern for Miami was, all right, do we either take Penei Sewell or do we take somebody like Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase or Kyle Pitts? Now I think that they end up doing it. So if you want to go trade for him, you probably realistically have to trade up to number 3. Let's just say in a perfect world, Miami doesn't want to take Penei Sewell. Atlanta could take him. If he slides to number 5, the Cincinnati Bengals will 100% take him. So for you to literally go from 17 all the way up to 3, you got to give up this year's first-round pick. You got to give up next year's first-round pick. You probably have to give up a second and a third. Like, that's just how much it's going to cost you to go all the way up. I love Penei Sewell. He's a phenomenal player, one of the best offensive tackles that I've seen in a very long time. However, I'm just not giving up that much to go up and get him. All right, so be honest with me here, y'all. Grade Drake's 2-year, $14.5 million deal, A, B, C, D, or F. We just got 2 more supers, so I'll stay live. You guys keep sending them in. We'll keep knocking them down. That's what it's all about here. I'll make you guys a deal. If we can get to 500 in supers in the next 5 minutes, then I'll stay live for another 15 minutes or so. So let's grade Drake's 2-year, $14.5 million deal. A, B, C, D, or F. I got Bam Troll saying D. Robert's going to go A. Music Gamer A. King Beast B. Rigo C. Your dad C. What up, Dad? We got B- Alexis. AAG209 says B. Eric M says C. Duran's going to go B. We got Jeffries typing F. Red Stick Gaming typing B. It's a pretty mixed bag right now for Raider Nation. There's no doubt about that. I got NB Haas is typing C. King Beast typing B. Michael Myers going to go with B. Jay Dorada's going to type C. Sony's going to type an F. That's pretty interesting. That's a little bit too low for me. All right, let's go to X_Yeti_X. What about taking another wide receiver like Sammy Watkins on a cheap deal? Sammy Watkins, he ain't taking a cheap deal. So, like, if y'all were upset about $3.5 up to $5.5 million for John Ross, if you want Sammy Watkins, I'm telling you right now, you're going to have to give him an A.J. Green type deal. I am not doing that. He's a good receiver. He's not even close to being that good. If you were to ask me $3.5 million for John Brown or $3.5 million for Sammy Watkins, I will take John Brown over Sammy Watkins. But appreciate the question, my man. You've been incredible on today's live show. Let's go to Derek. You never, ever, ever trade down in a draft. The team already can't draft very well, and quality way better than quantity. Again, I'm going to disagree. I think if you have the mindset that you should never trade down, I actually think that's a pretty foolish understanding of how players can go. The reason why I would trade down is because when I really get to pick number 17 for the Raiders, there's a lot of players that I like early second round that I'm not like sitting there being like, ooh, wow, I like all these guys at pick 17 a lot more than I like at pick 30, 32, 35. The talent pool is pretty even after like 17, honestly, all the way up to like 48. There's a lot of players where I'd be like, okay, I could split hairs around it. Like if I told you right now, you could go out and get somebody like Tevin Jenkins and Azeez Ojulari Or would you rather have Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah? I'd rather have Tevin Jenkins and Azeez Ojulari if you were able to trade down. That's just more talent, more depth. So I'm going to disagree, Derek. I know you watch all the time. I know you're very intelligent. We've talked before in my DMs, but I am team trade down, especially this year. All right, we got Gamer coming in here. Cheers to you. And then he's sending a 2 and a 1. So much love, man. I appreciate it. Give me a sec here. I owe y'all some sips, no doubt about it. All right, got a super chat coming in from Alex D. Has Justin Fields really fallen off the top 5? I still think he's going to be a top 5 quarterback taken. I don't necessarily know who's going to take him. However, I am going to sit here and say that Justin Fields is probably the most likely quarterback out of the top 5 taken that I think is a bust. Trevor Lawrence, to me, is a slam dunk. Probably, I haven't been more confident about a quarterback since Andrew Luck. Yeah, probably since Andrew Luck. Then the next guy going to go is Zach Wilson. And then you're looking at somebody probably like Mac Jones would be the 5th quarterback taken. I have Trey Lance at 3. Justin Fields, he's probably number 5 on my list. I would rather have Mac Jones because I think he has a better chance of being an average quarterback. Fields scares the hell out of me, man. And a lot of Ohio State quarterbacks have really flamed out. Also, interesting deal here for Will Fuller. 1-year deal worth more than $10 million, and I guess it has significant upside. So if he could stay healthy, he could actually end up making a lot of money. Let's go to Enrique. What up, Enrique? What's the news on Richard Sherman? So there's a few different things here. It's he's been on Twitter. He's been trying to get people to be like, hey, man, I've been putting in work for over a decade. Why the heck am I not getting signed? The reason why Richard Sherman has not been signed yet is because he wants to be a big-time cornerback. He wants to get paid big time. So if you guys go on Pro Football Focus, you'll see his projected cost is $14 million a year. Do you know why? He's on Pro Football Focus podcast. They do a lot of good work. However, I do think Pro Football Focus at times gets really skewed when they bring on NFL players or when they talk to guys. Like, if anybody out there thinks that he's going to get $13, $14 million a year, he might get that. It's just a gross overpay. He's coming off the worst year of his career, and that's a fact. Did he have a bad year? No, but he played in only 5 games. He did get hurt, and when he was healthy, he is coming off his worst year at 32 years old. If I'm going to go out and I'm going to pay Richard Sherman, I'll give him like $8, $9 million a year. The biggest reason why he has not been signed yet, though, he wants to get paid 12, 13, 14, and he just hasn't been given that offer yet. He's a little upset about it, which I can understand. He's also trying to get paid his last contract, so something to keep in mind here. All right, let's go to Dale Webb Jr., Desmond King for 2 years at $5 million a year. What do you think? I would do that in a heartbeat. I just think Desmond King is going to be looking for more. The reason why cornerbacks have not gone yet, they feel like their market is a lot higher. For whatever reason, I mean, you'll notice, Patrick Peterson, he got $10 million a year. A lot of people were projecting $13, $14 million a year for him. The cornerback market's weird right now. Same with safety market. It's down. So we'll see what some of these guys get. But for 2 years, $10 million deal for Desmond King? Hell yeah, man. Sign me up for that. Let's go to xtoxic_Yeti. What do you think Xavier Woods and or Jaquiski Tartt make this year? And do you think they are viable options? So Jaquiski Tartt and Xavier Woods were both players that I did mention. Xavier Woods, excuse me. He has experience with, what's his name? Chris Richard, who also knows the Gus Bradley system, if you will, because of the time back for the Cowboys. He's more of a player who's going to be able to come up, play tight man coverage. He's a good player. Again, it's hard to be able to protect these contracts. I'll say like $6 million a year for Xavier Woods. At least that's what I would personally give him. And then Jaquiski Tartt, another pretty good player, but I think he's just kind of average if I'm being logistic with y'all. So both okay players, but they're not the top guys that I would go out and sign. If we're going to go out and get players in the secondary, again, I'm going to sit here and say I want Malik Hooker. I also want a guy like Brian Poole. I also want a guy like Desmond King. So grade the Raiders free agency so far. I want you to go give me an A, B, C, D, or F. Go down in the comments section and let me know. We did just get another super chat here, so before I get to that, I am going to give some shout-outs. We're at 1,500 people watching, over 1,000 likes. Gamer just sent in a $10 super. Also, I realized I wasn't spinning the roulette wheel, so I actually owe y'all 2 roulette spins, and then I'll get to the question from Alex Thompson. But I want you to grade the Raiders free agency so far. So this is what I owe you. I owe you guys a shot. Okay, hang on. Got to spin it again. So that first one's from xtoxic Yeti, and then this one's from Gamer. Give me a sec. Gamer also sent in another. All right, so I owe y'all, 10 squats and a shot of Fireball. So 1 second, we'll get to that, and I'll take a sip of beer for Gamer. Okay. So we're at what? 449 in supers, which is absolutely amazing. I appreciate everyone. And so this one's going to come in from Alex Thompson. What do you got for me, Alex Thompson? Hate this running back signing too much money. Defense, DD. It is defense, but also you guys got to keep in mind, like, we have to rebuild the offensive line as well. I wasn't crazy about the move with them signing Kenyan Drake for 2 years, $14.5 million. But if they use him the right way, it could be interesting. But I agree with you. It's I'm team not pay running back, and I was very, very curious of why they ultimately did it. So give me a second. Let me take this. Oh boy, it's early in the day. It's all good though. All right, we got Emmanuel Salazar, Mackenzie Alexander. Appreciate it. And as a reminder, I said before, if we can get to 500 in super chat, so basically what is that? I can't do the math. How much? We're 46 away. If we can get to 46 in the next 5 minutes, I'll stay live for another 10 minutes, and then I'll also take a beer drink, or we'll chug a beer out of the bong here. So Mackenzie Alexander, pretty good outside cornerback. He's a little bit bigger, but he is also, again, coming off a little bit of a down year. He's a player that I talked about last year. By the way, I owe 10 squats, so that's why I'm doing these, because I spun the roulette wheel. However, again, if we're going to go get an outside cornerback, I think the Raiders, the guys they have in mind are Richard Sherman, Casey Hayward, and then also a guy like Xavier Rhodes is somebody to keep in mind if they are looking to go that veteran route, and all the reports right now are that the Raiders are trying to go that veteran route. All right, let's go to xtoxic_Yeti. Appreciate it. Love you, Mitch. Xtoxic, you know that you're one of my OGs here. You know that I appreciate everyone that's always watching the show, supporting. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be able to do what I love to do, but the reason why we make so many videos, the reason why we work so many hours here is because you guys want the content, and when people are supporting the show like y'all are doing right now, that's why we make the content here. That's why we work as hard as we do. So always know that it's all love. But if you bleed silver and black and you want nonstop free agency updates, seriously, hit the big red button that says subscribe. Turn on those notifications. That way you don't miss a thing. Also, we're about $27 away from staying on for a few extra minutes here, no doubt about it. So again, subscribe. Hit that big red button. I would definitely appreciate it. There's no doubt about that. All right, we got Ricardo. What up, man? You think we push Solomon Thomas inside of DT or outside to battle Max opposite of Yannick? Love the one-year deal. Dude needs the ball out to get paid next year. I mean, he was a former number 3 overall pick. You're 100% right, number 3 overall pick out of Stanford. Anytime you go to Stanford, you're a smart person. You can't get into Stanford without being smart. And everybody that I know personally that knows Solomon Thomas has said he's going to work his tail off. He's going to understand the Gus Bradley system, and he's going to know it right away just because of how intelligent he is, right? So for me, I still think they're going to use him at DT. They wanted to go out and get Malik Collins last year so they could have inside presence that could get after the quarterback. They're hoping that's what Solomon Thomas could bring. But for the first time in his career, he's in a new place. Way too much pressure in San Francisco. Was never a good fit. I am hoping that he can maybe live up to the number 3 overall pick, and if he does, it's an absolute slam dunk. But I would be shocked if he takes significant playing time away from Crosby, from Cleveland Ferrell, or from Yannick Ngakoue. All right, Ricardo, appreciate it. I'm going to spin the roulette wheel for you, though. We got Enrique, so we got 2 roulette spins. It's all good. Raider Nation needs to have more faith in Gruden, getting tired of everyone tripping. See, I'll say this, though. Like, I can understand people's frustration, right? Like, do you need to have more faith in John Gruden? Yes, I do think people need to do that. However, it's been like 18 years since the Raiders have been a respectable NFL franchise. I mean, they've lost more games over the last 18 years than basically any NFL team. That's why people are upset. Imagine 18 years of frustration. People start getting, a little bit more upset. Like, does somebody that you love or care about, like, I love my girlfriend Alex, but there's a lot of times, man, like, she doesn't fold the clothes right away. When I see the clothes hanging out there, it gets on my nerves. So when you see something over and over, it gets on your nerves. Raider Nation just wants to win, and they can tell that they're really close right now. That's why there's a lot of frustration here. So, Enrique, I appreciate it. All right, so I owe you all 2 beer sips. I got to spin the roulette wheel one more time. All right, we got Ricardo Opreza, and we just hit 500 in super, so we're going to go for a little bit longer here. Imagine Nick Kwiatkowski, Littleton, Joke, and Morrow. That'd be a phenomenal linebacking group, no doubt about it. One of the best in the league. But the only way now that I think it could be hindering, if they're playing us to use Jonathan Abram as a little bit more of this box safety / linebacker role, then maybe they don't go out and draft Joke, which is something that I do think is a little bit more likely since now that they re-signed Morrow. But, I mean, in terms of talent at linebacker, there's no doubt there's talent there. What I'm curious to see what they do is what they do with a guy like Tanner Muse, who they actually traded up for in the NFL draft, 3rd round to pick at number 100. That's what I'm genuinely curious about. So we got a super chat from Gamer. It was just $5 for Gamer. Cheers to you, man. $5. I'll take a sip. This one's from Coach All Day 99. What up, my man? I feel like we're killing it in some moves and getting killed on others. All my grades are A or F. How do you see the overall grades for the moves? Yannick Ngakoue, no doubt A+ for me. I thought it's been actually one of the best signings in free agency to this point. There's just no doubt about that. John Brown to me was a B-. Solomon Thomas was, I'll say, like a C+. Quentin Jefferson was a C. Kenyan Drake was a C. I'm trying to think if I missed out on any other of the big-time signings, but I've been okay. I think right now the Raiders are sitting probably at around like a B. I'm happy they were able to bring back all these big-time players on cheaper contracts as well. So it's okay. It's been a little bit frustrating, but at the end of the day, it's been okay. Marshall, you got to take a shot. Marshall's going to come in and take a shot. That's what the roulette wheel landed on. So, Brian Darr. Can we go to Brian Darr, Sam? Actually, after this one. All right, Emmanuel Salazar. Get Brian Poole for the nickel spot and get Desmond to back up with Arnett. Desmond ain't backing up Damon Arnett. Oh, Gamer, $50 super chat. Oh, man. All right. Let's pour this beer. So I owe Gamer $50. Do you think that's a trade, Nelson Aguilar, John Brown? We'll get to that in a second. You owe me a shot here, Marshall. Sam, if you want to go eat, go eat. So Emmanuel, get Brian Poole for nickel spot. I would love to have Brian Poole at the nickel, no doubt about that, and get Desmond King to battle with Damon Arnett. I mean, Damon Arnett again, guys. He's good, but Desmond King is like not going to play there. That's the reality of the situation. So Marshall, when he's ready to take the shot, he's going to come on over. He's going to take this bad boy. Since Gamer sent in the super, we're going to continue to stay live here on the Raiders Report. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Sam's going to go grab some food, and Ricardo, he just sent in another $50. So somebody tell James out there to go get me a beer, because I got to take a bong rip here. Since these people are crazy, and I love Raider Nation to death from the world and back. If we can continue to get these things coming in, I might even be able to convince my boss, James, to come on here. So now, next one's coming in from Coach All Day 99. I feel like we're killing it in some moves and getting killed. So we actually already brought that one up, Tom. But, hey, Coach All Day 99, he gets even more love there. Somebody out there get me a beer. I don't know. You think we push some? Yes, we've already done that one as well, Tom. So Tom's just stepping in for Sam. Sam's getting ready to go do some NFL Daily. He's also going to get some no, we're good there. All right, we got this next super chat coming in. Yeah, we already did that. Oh, man. We're all over the place here. It's okay. If I got to start reading some off, I will. Tom, if you could go to Brian Darr. How about that? Go to Brian Darr. Give me a Raider. So everyone in the comments right now start spamming Raiders. Every single person watching right now, spam Raiders. So the reason why I tell people to do this is because when you spam Raiders, and when we get a lot of comments, YouTube actually messages us, and they're like, holy shit, you hit this many comments and this minute time frame. And then that's when, honestly, we can start reaching more people. So if you guys could, start spamming Raiders. Oh, man. Appreciate it. Oh, God. All right, so we got one beer bong there, and I'll get you guys some shots. Unfortunately, we're running out of beer here. So something to keep in mind. Brian Darr, appreciate it. Let's go to the next super chat here. Tom, there's two big ones from Gamer and Ricardo. So let's keep that in mind. So Gamer, do you think to trade Nelson Aguilar for John Brown? The Patriots say no. That's the issue. Like, the reason why they ended up doing that is because they wanted Nelson Aguilar, and we got John Brown. Like, But John Brown at 3.5 up to $5 million is a lot better deal than Nelson Aguilar for $13 million a year. No doubt about it. All right, I'm going to take this. Give me a sec. Oh, man. We're going to be a rough night, but it's okay. It's okay. It's worth it. All right, let's go to the next Super Chat again. Coming in here on the Raiders Report. We went live because Kenyan Drake signed a 2-year, $14.5 million deal, and we wanted to be able to go live and break everything down. So appreciate everyone watching right now. Hope everyone's having a good time. We got over 1,300 people watching. This next one is coming in from... We got to give Tom a sec, though. It's all good. So here's the thing. Tom doesn't produce shows, so he's trying to figure out the graphics on the fly. If everyone could say Tom in the comments, or go give Tom a follow on Twitter, at WhatGoingDowney, he deserves it, because if it wasn't for Tom, we wouldn't be able to continue to do this show. So go give Tom a follow at WhatGoingDowney. All right, let's go to this next one here. We got Derek. When are teams going to finally get it and stop drafting quarterbacks from Ohio State? Oh, man. I'll tell you what. Big guy, big fan of Ohio State, James Yoder. Go give him a follow on Twitter at James T. Yoder. But I do think it's kind of funny how all these Ohio State quarterbacks, they have kind of flamed out. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I think there's a lot of good coaching at Ohio State. There's also probably the biggest reason why they've beat Michigan every single year is because of the coaching, the overall scheme, the overall fit there. But this is one of the reasons why I'm saying, like, Justin Fields scares the hell out of me. And I don't want to just say I'm judging him because he plays at Ohio State. I'm judging him because in certain games, he just hasn't looked very good. So that's ultimately why I am going with why I'm a little bit scared on Justin Fields here. Tom, when you feel like you're ready, I don't really care, man. It's going to look weird, but we had to try to be able to figure out a way to fit it all on screen. So, Ricardo, $50 Super Chat. Appreciate you, my dude. What's going to happen, Ricardo? I'm actually going to take 2 shots of Fireball, and I'm going to spin the roulette wheel because we are getting started on our NFL Daily Show, and I don't have as much help to be able to go get me a beer. And if I go run and get a beer, it's just going to be like a blank screen for a minute, and that just kind of looks weird. So, I'll spin the roulette wheel. So, I was blowing a gasket when I heard Hudson was let go, eating up all the dead cap. Now that it's a trade for the 3rd round and Jackson for a 5th and clearing up cap, not that mad. Agreed with Gruden, time to get younger. I am totally on board with you. And when I first saw that the Raiders were going to move on from those guys, I was like, shit. Anytime you hear news about players getting potentially released, you don't trade for those guys. Like, no NFL team does. And the fact that the Raiders were actually able to get draft picks for not only Gabe Jackson, but also Rodney Hudson, like, man, that's great. That's a great job by John Gruden and Mike Mayock. If you would have asked me a month ago, what do I think those guys would be worth? Sure, but you can't look at it like that. The fact that they were still able to get some players and save a lot of money was good. My issue is, I'd rather give Gabe Jackson $9.6 million than give it to a guy like Kenyan Drake. So hang on, I owe you a shot. I also owe you a beer sip, so one more sec here. And I owe you one more Fireball shot. So we got a few more questions. I see 2 more coming in here while I'm taking this shot of Fireball, which is from the Super Chat of Ricardo. I want you guys to go ahead and answer this. What's going to happen with Marcus Mariota? If you think Mariota is going to be on the Raiders, I want you to type K for keep. If you think the Raiders are going to trade him, type T for trade. If you're saying, you know what, man, I think they're going to cut him, I want you to type C for cut. What's going to happen with Marcus Mariota? We'll start giving some shout-outs here. I got 3 more Super Chats lined up. Once all the Super Chats are gone, I got to get out of here. I got to go get started on the next show, so just keep that in mind. Unless, obviously, somebody sends in a ridiculous giant super, then I can stay. So, again, K for keep, T for trade, C for cut. We got Chris Smith saying C for cut. We got Matthew Lopez. I don't want you to say what you think, what you want to happen, because what I want to happen is T for trade. I want you to honestly put what you think is going to happen, the most likely. And for that, I will type my C for cut. So we got T-Man typing C, Maurice typing C, E_V115 typing T, Michael typing T. Some of y'all are still typing it. Dale, he says K for keep. I would be shocked if the Raiders kept Mariota because from what I know, he doesn't want to restructure his contract. But if he does restructure for $3 million a year, I would be super happy about it. Let's go to stumbling upward, which is basically probably what I'm going to be doing here in a little bit. I have no idea what you mean. Do you know what he means, Tom? Sorry, dude. I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't know if you're trying to get me to say something, but it didn't work. I will take a shot, though, from our Super Chat earlier. All right, Eric M., appreciate you and the team, Mitch. I think we should send Anthony Harris an offer, even if it's a low ball. I'm surprised he's still available. I think there's a lot of teams that have sent an offer. Like, just because you haven't heard anything about Harris doesn't mean that no teams have sent him an offer. There's been a bunch of teams interested in Anthony Harris because he's no doubt the top safety still available. And if anybody thinks otherwise, like, you know, I'm going to say you're kind of crazy. But there's been a lot of teams that have offered Anthony Harris at least something. So I'm in agreement. You need to try to figure out a way, see what he's trying to get. But if you can get Anthony Harris at this point for like $10 million a year, I would do it. I think he's that good. He's been a top safety for 3 straight years in Minnesota. Let's go to Alvin Cobbs. What up, Alvin? Much love to you, my dude. All right, we got should have at least signed Fournette over Drake. I disagree. I like Kenyan Drake more than I like Leonard Fournette. I understand that Fournette's been a little bit better in terms of being able to, I don't know, get some plays and whatnot, but I'm going to disagree with you. So this one's from Alvin Cobbs. Tom, push it. Cool. So, again, Drake is a better running back than Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette, to me, he's a good back, but Drake's a little bit more versatile. For what they want to do, Drake's going to be a better fit. And then should have kept Tyrell Williams for the price. Lions got him. With what's left, please get Juju. No, we don't need Juju. Let's spend money on our defense. And then Tyrell Williams, 1 year, $6 million. Sure, it sounds good, but I'm not confident saying he's going to be able to play. So, again, I will take John Brown for 1 year, 3.5 instead of going out and getting a guy like Tyrell Williams for 1 year, 6. It's not even close to me. Let's go to Armando. What's up, my man? It's the last Super Chat. Imagine Raiders go 12-4 and win the AFC West. Ha, what are the chances? Ha. Well, what I would tell you actually is probably go put your money where your mouth is, but I'll say this. I don't think that the Raiders are going to be the favorite, obviously, in the AFC West. The Chargers, they got a lot better, especially with some of the moves they made on the offensive line. Also, the Denver Broncos, I think they're going to be better this year as well because they're going to have Cortland Sutton. The Raiders have an uphill battle, no doubt about it. So, wow, that's a really big Super Chat. Holy shit. Marshall, get on here. Grab the Jaeger. Tom's going to come on, take a shot. Marshall, you're taking a shot. James, are you coming on? James is giving me the no. So you're about to get 3 shots here because Ricardo, he just said shots, shots, shots. So we're going to be pouring some shots here. Tom, if you know how to go full, actually, no, leave it this. This is even better. Shots, shots, shots. I feel that D is 2 free agents away from actually being competitive. Yep, Marshall, you're taking a drink. Let's say Harrison Hayward and draft for value and best player available, not for need. All right, so hang on a second. I feel that the D is 2 free agents away, so I'm going to say Malik Hooker. Let's say Harrison Hayward and draft for value, best player available, not need. Dude, in all honesty, if you could go out and get Malik Hooker and Casey Hayward, I would be super, super stoked about that. I mean, there's like no doubt about when I think Casey Hayward is probably one of the top guys out there that you could feel the need. Definitely. Eric Harris, the exact same way. And then I do think the one thing that's kind of bit the Raiders in the ass over the last few years is really trying to reach on need. Take best player available, and if you don't have all these glaring needs, it's easier to be able to do that. Sure, if you go out and say, okay, an offensive lineman, let's say, is there, maybe if they don't have a right tackle, that could be the way they go. But if you told me tomorrow I'd wake up and the Raiders had Anthony Harris and Casey Hayward, I would be super, super stoked. Like, Yannick Ngakoue, Casey Hayward, Anthony Harris, that fills so many needs. That does exactly what they're doing. All right, so I owe you a shots. I just can't believe it. We just got this. This is wild. This is why I love Raider Nation. You guys are super unpredictable here. All right, Marshall, so you got to pour yours. I'm not going to pour it for you. He's a grown man. So he's going to come on here. He's going to take one. So, Ricardo, if I start slurring my words, you're going to be the reason for it. All right, so I took one. Marshall's going to take one. Tom's going to come on here with his Jaeger. He's going to take one. You're going to start seeing some random people from Chat Sports maybe you ever seen before. Tom's the host of the Cowboys Report. If y'all want to boo him, you can go ahead and do so. We got Jaeger. We're running out of alcohol. We got our boss over here videotaping us taking shots. You know what? For a $100 Super Chat, man, I'm going to take 2. You deserve it. That was, I believe it's been close to a year since we've got a $100 Super Chat. So, Ricardo, everyone watching right now, I want you to take a screenshot of this Super. I want you to post it on Instagram. want you to tag me at Mitchell Renz 365, and if you share it on Twitter, IG, I swear I will repost it. Because anytime you see something like this is Ricardo really trying to get down. So Ricardo, hit me up. Let me know. Hit me up on IG, Mitchell Renz 365. Let me know what city you're in. If you're ever in Las Vegas, like I said, I'm going to be in Nashville. I live in Dallas. I owe you a few drinks, no doubt about that. Oh, man. Here we go. No, I can't. All right, so let's go to this next one coming in here. It's from Dale Webb Jr. Since Ricardo, he's trying to get the party started. It's funny because I woke up this morning and I told Alex, I can hear you now, Tom, that I was like, I don't think I'm going to drink that much today. I don't know if the Raiders make any 2 blockbuster deals. And people are like, you know what, man? Challenge accepted. So it's all good. All right, we got Dale Webb Jr. What's up, my dude? Would you draft Richie Grant at 17? I would not. I like Richie Grant. He's a good safety out of UCF, but he's more of a player that if the Raiders can target him at pick number 48, that's better value. He's a good coverage safety. I like a lot of his traits, but going up and taking him at pick 17, that's a reach. The only safety that I would be okay taking, honestly, at that pick is probably Merrick from TCU. But in terms of overall value, would I rather take Merrick at 17 or Holland, or honestly, Merrick's teammate, Ardarius Washington, at pick 48? I'd actually maybe rather have Ardarius Washington at 48 than Merrick at 17. Richie Grant at 48 than Merrick at 17. Merrick's the top safety. But in terms of drafting that type of player, I mean, that's tough, man. That's a good question. All right, let's go to this next Super Chat coming here on the Raiders Report. We went live for Kenyan Drake, and it's just turned into Mitch's Happy Hour. We've done a lot of drinking, and mainly because Ricardo sent in a $100 Super Chat, which is just mind-blowing to me. Also, we've had some big Super Chats from, let me get some shout-outs here to Ricardo Apreza. Gamer's been balling out on today's show. Sean Forbes has been balling out. We got Rustin Long, Coach All Day 99. Y'all been killing it as well. I mean, we've had a lot of big-time supers come in. Also had one coming from, again, Ricardo Apreza. I mean, if you want an MVP, it's been Ricardo. No doubt about it. Let's go to, wait, I got to say here. Brashard Perriman. I'm good on Perriman, man. He's, he had one good year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but it's because in a year where Jameis threw for over 5,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 30 picks, they needed to throw the ball a lot. He then went to the New York Jets last year and was just an absolute wasteland. So I'm going to respectfully say no, it's not a guy that I want. We got a super from Looney Rooney, just $2.99. Appreciate it. If you have a question, don't be afraid to ask me. That's holy. Oh, my God. Ricardo, you're trying to kill us. You're trying to kill. I mean, you got to come on, Marshall. And as soon as it came in, we're like, oh, my God. All right, Rustin Long says, come on, Tom, you missed my last Super Chat, laugh aloud, still love the show. Rustin, where do we forgot it? Let me go.
Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad.
So again,
I'm sorry. Here, I muted myself. That's my bad. I messed that up. Here's the other one. I'm sorry. I'm going to blame Mitch for being drunk.
Always enjoy the show, Mitch. Shout out to you and Chat Sports team. Holy hell. All right, so let me get a quick sip here. Rustin, cheers to you, man. Appreciate it. I got to spin the roulette wheel. All right, I'm out of beer, so we're going Fireball from here on out. James, are you coming on? I don't know what James is saying to me. All right, hang on. I owe y'all 10 jumping jacks. So this is what's going to happen here. We just got another $100 Super Chat. If you guys want to see the guy who actually owns Chat Sports, and if it wasn't for him, we would never be able to do this show. Then guess what? I think for the first time ever, he's going to come on the Raiders Report here. He's been on a few times. All right, so if you guys are about to meet the CEO of Chat Sports. His name's James Yoder. We just got $200 Super Chats from Ricardo, so we're going to be breaking it down here. So James, you want to go full? Tom's not. All right, so here's the CEO of James Yoder. Oh wait, CEO of Chat Sports, James Yoder.
Mitch, you have Corona, do you?
I don't have Corona. So
I'm gonna take the drink for you.
Okay.
Shout out to Raider Nation. These guys fuck. That's for sure. No doubt about it. Let me chug this bad boy. Cheers up.
Cheers, guys. So again, this is the CEO of Chat Sports. There hasn't been many opportunities. Impressive.
Raider Nation.
Oh man, that's wild. So again, guys, Tag me at Mitchell Renz 365. If you want to tag him, it's at James T. Yoder. I don't know if James has ever come on a show at Chat Sports History and has taken an entire beer down, but that's Raider Nation. That's some wild shit. That's funny as hell. Shout out to Oakland Town Biz, laugh aloud, sitting here drinking up with the nation on my day off. Let's get this lit. Love your show, dude. Let's get some shots, pass around, laugh aloud, getting ripped. All right, Marsh, you owe me a shot. Marshall's going to come on here, and he's going to take a shot of Fireball. Shit, I mean, this is just bonkers. So Marshall's going to take a drink, and then I'm going to take a drink. We just had the CEO of Chat Sports come on, which is just, yes, everyone right now is just typing James, like laughing at Larry. Ben says, Ricardo be throwing that stimulus money around. Oh my God, that's funny as hell. Can somebody go get me a charger for my computer? We're about to die. I didn't think I'd be live this long. So Marshall's getting ready to take his shot. Shout out to the nation again. Oh man, this is amazing. Who's throwing around their stimmy? Let me know. Throwing around their stimmy. Stimmy's just getting tossed, which I thought was funny. And I think it was oh my God, I'm trying to think of his name on Instagram. One of the top Instagram accounts on for the Raiders was like, if all of Raider Nation throws their stimulus check around, we can go out and get any player that y'all want. So I thought that was funny as hell. But Ricardo, he's the OG. There's no doubt about it. The MVP of today's show. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be live anymore. I'm just going to be honest. Because we got told, Mitch, you got to go do NFL Daily. But then they were like, you know what? Hey, if y'all want to stay live and keep bringing in Super Chats, I get to keep doing the Raiders report. So, shit, if y'all did this every day, I'd be a lot bigger, and I'd probably be an alcoholic. But I would at least consider it, because this has been hella fun today. So we got Stimmy Ricky from Looney Rooney. Oh, my God, we got Jack Daniels. I'll tell you what. If we can get more, we got some Jack Daniels on the rocks, ready to rock and roll. So we'll see what happens here. But hopefully you guys are having a good time. We got over 1,000 people watching still.
Where we at? Get to 1,000. Break out the big dog.
All right. So if we get to 1,000 in Super Chats, we're going to break out the Jack Daniels, and that's when the slurring is really going to happen. So we're going to bring out the Jack if we get to 1,000 in Supers. Just saying. Let's go to the next one. It's Cooper Smith. Crazy. You have such a dope job, and your boss seems like such a cool guy. These vids keep getting better. Glad I got to be here. I actually did a show the other day with Cooper Smith, did an awesome interview with him. He hit me up, and if anybody out there has their own podcast or show and you want me to come on as a guest, more than happy to do so. Raider Nation is family. I hope everyone understands that, and I hope you have the balls enough, like Cooper did, to ask somebody to come on your show, because you'd be surprised, man, how many people would be willing to come on your shows. But keep that in mind. But yes, James is a really cool dude, but he also knows how hard we work around here. We bust our freaking ass. Literally, like every single day we're doing stuff, but that's because we love what we do, and we have the ability to, do what we love. So, but that's a price you do have to pay. But at the end of the day, yes, everyone here at Chat Sports works their ass off, and that's why we can have a lot of fun. So shout out to you, Cooper Smith. Let's go to Rashimo Locke. What's up, dude? Go Raiders and cheers. I think I actually still owe one, so give me a sec. I owe you all one. 1 second. Oh, man. It's funny because I literally went home last night, and Alex is like, are you all right? I'm like, I'm a little tipsy. I'm going to be honest with you. I said, don't worry. I don't think it'll happen today. It's going to happen today. All right. So go ahead. Spam Raiders in the chat down below. We got a super chat coming in here from David Zahn II, and this is the last super. So let's keep that in mind. How the hell do you change the price on super chats? I'm stuck at $4.99. Viva La Nation. So from what I understand, it's this. It's a slide of the finger. So if you go ahead and you super, if you take your finger and then you slide it more, it's like a ball on a line. That's how you increase super chats, from what I understand. I've supered a few times on some other shows as well, but that's how you do it. And if you have any other questions regarding it, all right, hang on. James is going to show you. So you literally take the phone and you can slide it just like that. The darker the number, the bigger the super. I will say this. The biggest super chat I ever got on the Raiders report, $300. It was $300. So that was it was the biggest super chat I ever got. So, and it was mind-blowing when it happened, because it was literally just like, he shouted it out. He's like, hey, man, I love what you do. Cheers to you. I'm just having a good time. That's why Raider Nation is unpredictable. So, all right, let's go to this super. It's coming in from Dale Webb Jr. Would you draft offensive tackle Alex Leatherwood at pick 48? Would I? Yes. I just don't know if Alex Leatherwood's actually going to be there at pick 48. He's a pretty interesting prospect to me, and one of the reasons why I'll say, like, you know what? I would be actually a lot more open to the idea of trading back because, again, if I get, let's say, Alex Leatherwood early round second because we trade it back, you get Alex Leatherwood, Azeez Ojulari, that's double dipping to me, filling two major needs. I'm all for it. But would I take Alex Leatherwood at pick 17? No, I think that's a little bit just too high. He's a good offensive tackle from Alabama. He's probably the 5th offensive tackle, maybe the 6th tackle taken in the draft. So just something to keep in mind. Dale, appreciate you though, my man. All right, let's go to Cruiser TM. We've been on the last super for the past hour. Well, the issue is we go to the last super, Cruiser, and then people freaking like Ricardo, they're like, all right, here's my super chat. Laying it out there, and then we just keep on going. Alex D, he's throwing one in there. I'm telling you, if we hit 1,000 in supers, the Jack Daniels gets brought out. So we're 48 away because Alex D just sent in a $50. So we're $48 away to just more wildness here on the Raiders Report. But you're 100% right, my man. So we still have a super from Ricardo Apreza, Rustin Long, and Alex D. So this one just came in from Ricardo. I'm get you. Okay, so it looks like you had a few drinks too. I'm get you. All rip, brother. Laugh a lot. Have a shot. How much we need to crack that JD bottle? We got to get to 1,000 in supers. That's what my boss says. So like when I come into work every day, imagine a work schedule, right? Imagine you get a work schedule. My work schedule today was to go out and do NFL Daily, which is like our NFL live show that we always do on Chat Sports. We're doing it for free agency. We go live every single Wednesday, Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific. So I understand you guys see me on the Raiders Report, but actually I make even more videos over on this channel right here, Chat Sports, over 236K. And as long as y'all keep me live here, I don't have to go over there. And it's literally just the simplest way to put it like that. Like, if you can make money doing something and you can have fun doing something, we're going to continue to do it. So if you want me to stay live here on the Raiders Report, cool. If you want me to leave and go do another NFL show, that's a possibility too. But if you want me to stay here, you keep sending in supers. If we get to 1,000, the JD bottle, it gets opened up. But yes, I will take a shot for you. So give me 1 second here. Again, every $20 super chat, you get a shot. And I don't know how many I've done at this point, but I do predicate myself on really being able to drink, which I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. But I will say this. I love that I have a job that allows me to be me, and I love the idea that I can get down with some of my good friends here that I've met through the show. So cheers. Give me a sec here. Also, have had a few $5 come in. We're like, well, we just hit 1,000, so it doesn't even matter. All right, so we hit 1,000. JD bottle's getting opened up here. So more supers. Raiders! Get it going. Raiders in the comments. From Rustin Long. I don't know how I'm going to open this. Mando. What up, Mando? And another 50 from Ricardo. Here we go. Who's coming on? Who's having a good time? Oh, man, this is about to get lit. This is about to get lit AF. And imagine, this is because Kenyan Drake signed with the Raiders. This is incredible. Somebody called the new guy Jeremy, tell him he starts today and he's going to have to start drinking with us. Somebody said pop that Jack. It's pop. Pop that don't stop. Here we go. All right, give me a sec here. Mando just said 50. Let me take a quick shot. We got our boss James. He's like, I can't believe what I just saw. Tom's behind the scenes as well. I'm with you, man. I've seen a lot of crazy things in my day. And I can't believe what we're doing. So, James is coming in. He's also going to come in and take a shot.
Yeah, do it. I'll take this one for you, man. If you guys, you can fill it up. Come on, fill it up.
Oh, God.
Rookie move, bitch.
That's a big shot. That's a big shot.
Fill it up. Oh, here we go. All right.
Here we go.
Cheers, Red Nation. Full Jack. Oh, cheers.
Well, we had two 50s come in, so that's the rule.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, man. All right, here we go. I don't know what's going to happen on today's show, but if anybody sees some crazy shit, it's because y'all are doing it to me. So just always remember that. Just always remember that. So we had Mondo. We had Ricky. We had Alex D. Y'all need a PayPal or something to cut out the middleman. Just saying. Like, I've had people say that as well. I actually have a Venmo, but I like the gratification, and I like the idea of being able to put you guys up on screen because that makes it a lot more fun for you. It makes it a lot more fun for me, and sure, we can cut out the middleman, but at the end of the day, I don't do this for money. I do this because if we can hang out and we have a crazy time, have a good time, that's what this is about. It's not about money. It's about having a good time. Like, in 2020, if you could tell me right now, all I got to do is go on Instagram, go on Twitter, go on YouTube, and we could have a good time with people who you can't see in a freaking day. Like, I do that in an absolute minute here. So I don't know where we are in terms of super chats, but I had Ricardo. He came on. Rustin Long says, psych, more supers, Raiders. Alex D, y'all need a PayPal. I already said that one, just saying. Alex, appreciate it. I'm going to spin the roulette wheel because I don't know where we are right now in terms of how much we had. All right, and then, Tom, when you get a sec, when you're done, if you go to Kid Cupid Super, that'd be great. Excuse me. Marshall, you owe me 2 sips of beer. Come on. So I spun the roulette wheel. Marshall owes 2 sips of beer. Poor Marshall, he's like, man, I thought I was just going to come into work today. I didn't have anything. Marshall, he's taking a shot. Okay. Hey, Marsh, you do your thing, man. You do your thing. I'm not going to hate. I'm not going to. No, you do whatever you want to be able to do. I will say this, though. When you leave, I do need another beer. That's something that I need. Ricardo, he's going wild right now. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. All right, Marshall taking a shot. Let's go. Let's get it wild. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is this. We are going to go through every single super that has come in since we got crazy with the Jack. That's what Tom's telling me right now in my ear. So I know a lot of y'all are like wondering what the hell this is. This is the Raiders Report. We do go live for breaking news, but this is more of a channel that's based on being able to give you guys the latest news and rumors around certain topics around the Raiders. Like, that's what we predicate ourselves on doing. But when Raider Nation wants to get down and when they want to get wild, we go ahead and we get down and we get wild. So that's what you guys are seeing right now. So Alex D, appreciate it. So Marshall came on. He took the shot. That was for this super chat right here, so just keep that in mind. I got my new beer, so we're going to be drinking a little bit more. Having a good time here on the Raiders Report, and it's because Kenyan Drake signed a 2-year, $14.5 million deal. So, Tom, when you're ready, you let me know. Until then, we're going to wait here patiently. We're good? All right, so the first one, again, is going to be coming in here from Kid Cupid. Bad signing. We need defense. We need corners. Minnesota just signed Patrick Peterson. Shake my head. This is John Gruden building offense like he always does. I'm in agreement with you that I don't 100% agree with the move for Kenyan Drake. I am also team not pay running back, right? Like, that's something I've said multiple times on the show. However, I am not going to sit here and say, like, John Gruden's doing a bad job because John Gruden and Mike Mayock did a phenomenal job being able to get you an extra 3rd and 5th round pick for Rodney Hudson and Gabe Jackson when the news came out that you're going to move on from him. And if you were to honestly tell me pay $10 million for Patrick Peterson, I would have probably respectfully said no. I would rather have a guy like Casey Hayward. I'd probably even rather have a guy like Richard Sherman. I'm curious to see what a guy like Patrick Peterson even looks like this year since, well, the first time he got caught for PEDs, he had a little bit of a down year. Just something to keep in mind. But Kid Cupid, appreciate the super. All right, let's go to Looney Rooney. Y'all trying to try that Jack Fire, Mitch. By the way, where's the DBs? Come on, man. The DBs and a lot of secondary players this year have not been signed yet. Be patient. Something's going to happen. The Raiders last year, if y'all remember, spent big, and they spent big right away. And they kind of got bit in the ass for it. Like, Carl Nassib, bad contract. Marcus Mariota, bad contract. This year they came out and said, okay, we're going to be patient. We're going to see how the market works. And if we think we can pull the trigger on a good deal, we're going to do it. That's exactly what they've done. So far, realistically, the only contract that I've been against is the Kenyan Drake contract. Is he a good player? Yes, absolutely. Did I think it was really in big need? No, I didn't. All right, let's go to Ricardo here again. Nope. Not 48 away any longer. Laugh out loud. What are your thoughts on Zaven Collins? Oh, yeah, another shot. So, Ricardo, I definitely do owe you another one, so give me a sec here. I was going to be honest with you. I need to sober up for a second. But I like Zaven Collins a lot. So, he won the Defensive Player of the Year last year in college football. Anytime you win that award, it's very impressive, right? For you to be able to win that at Tulsa, that speaks volumes even more. Collins is a player that can play a lot of different things, a lot of different roles, and if you're looking for an NFL comp, he actually does remind me a lot of, I'm going to throw out the name Kyle Van Noy, who can do a lot of different things, play defensive end, can play linebacker, can drop back into coverage. That's what he can do. He's a phenomenal player. My only question is, do the Raiders take him at 17? That still remains a major question. I know the Raiders love versatility, and I do think Zaven Collins is going to be on their board. Let's go to Jay. Pop that jack. We already popped the jack. We hit 1,000 in supers, and we're going to keep popping it until we don't stop anymore. So, Jay, appreciate it. Let's go to Nicholas Blackmore. If Malik Hooker isn't available, who's another safety you'd like to sign? So, anytime a top need comes out for the Raiders, I actually always make a video around my top safety targets. The top guys, they're actually all gone, unfortunately. So, excuse me. I'm going to say Malik Hooker's definitely up there. Anthony Harris is still number one. Like, I'd rather have Anthony Harris over Malik Hooker. Malik Hooker was just a better deal in terms of probably getting a one-year prove-it deal, if you will. Keon O'Neal, also somebody to keep in mind. Jaquiski Tart, somebody to keep in mind. Trey Boston is definitely another person to keep in mind. So those are probably the top safeties out there. Let's go to the Super Chat here from Jaden Henderson, which I actually believe is the last Super Chat. Nope, it's not. Okay. It's not even close. All right, I have to refresh my computer. What's good, big dog? This 5 is for you. I had to come over to the Raiders channel to holla, even though I'm a Colts fan. Much love, though. So Jaden's one of our best viewers, best watchers over at Chat Sports. Like, that's how you know you're making a difference. When you get Colts fans to send you supers, cheers to you, Jaden. This has just turned into a Raiders tailgate. Laugh out loud. Drink, drink, drink. Where's the barbecue? Ricardo, man, like, you're 100% right, which I think is actually funny at times when, like, hang on, I gotta get the fireball. When I've actually gone to Raiders tailgates in the past, like, I've had this mindset where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have some food, I'm gonna have a few drinks, nothing too crazy. And then it's like 2 hours later, I'm like, where the hell am I? But if you've never been to a Raiders tailgate, figure out a time where you guys can go. I actually remember this dude. He said that he only goes to Raiders tailgates to literally just party, which I understand, and he was making lobster tails on the grill. Imagine being able to make lobster tails on the grill, and he was just giving them out to people. And, like, that's why Raiders tailgates are amazing. Like, you can show up, not have any alcohol, not have any food, and you're going to leave completely full, and you're going to leave completely buzzed. No doubt about it. And if you don't, you did it the wrong way. But it's because if you're wearing that silver and black, like, people are going to recognize you as family. Shit, I was walking down the street today when I went to go take my dog out. I had my Raiders jacket on. Some woman who was wearing a Raiders hoodie literally screamed in my face. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to my dad, yelled at me, Raiders. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, well, I actually thought she recognized me. She didn't. She had no idea who I was, which is fine. It happens in Dallas. But at the end of the day, like, that's what's different here about Raider Nation. So, cheers to you, Ricardo. You've been the MVP of today's show. Money Mitch, holding it down. I am doing my best, Looney Rooney, to try to hold it down. If the Raiders make another signing, though, I don't know what's going to happen. I can't guarantee anything. We'll see ultimately what does end up happening, though. All right, let's go to Eric M. here. What do you think, or wait, no, who do you think would be our best fit at edge in the first 2 rounds? I think Phillips and Ojulari. So Jalen Phillips from Miami. Probably a better 4-3 type of player. If the Raiders didn't go out and sign Yannick Ngakoue, I would have said, you know what, man, I love Jalen Phillips. The more and more tape I watch on him, I like him a lot. 2018, played football at UCLA. Actually took a year off in 2019 with some concussion issues. Thought about retiring from football in general. Then he goes back. I shouldn't say goes back. Comes back to play football again, but this time it's at Miami University. Had a slow start to the season. I believe he finished with like 6.5 sacks over the last final 5 weeks. Phenomenal player. He has a lot of athletic ability. He was a 5-star recruit, so I do like him a lot. And then Ojulari from Georgia, probably more of that edge rusher. For everyone out there that wants Melvin Ingram, if you want to save money on Melvin Ingram and go out and get a true edge rusher, I think Ojulari is a great fit there. My only concern is this, though. Like, I don't think they go out and get Phillips, and I don't know if they get Ojulari. But in the first 2 rounds, if you could tell me I could get Phillips at 17 and Ojulari at 48, I'd be on board for it. But you're not going to get both. I think that both of those guys kind of go in like the middle. I think, honestly, both of those guys go like pick 30. So, again, trade back scenario, you could probably get Phillips and Ojulari if you're somewhere around like early round 2, late round 1. But Eric, I appreciate your Superman. And yes, I owe you a roulette spin. All right, let's go to this next one from Tahuti Ali. Did I get that right? Let the slur party begin. Let's go Raiders. If you haven't already heard the slurs, then I don't know what you're doing. The screen, though, so there's a screen behind the camera, just for y'all know. It's getting blurrier and blurrier. It's definitely getting harder to read. But yes, cheers to you, my man. There's no doubt about it. All right, Nick Gomez, what do you got for me? What happens if y'all hit 1,500s and supers? All right, how about this? You're going to what? So this is what I just heard. So Tom just told me this. He's going to chug some Jack Daniels. So if y'all want to see Tom, who's working hard behind the scenes here, if we hit $1,500 in Super Chats, he's going to chug some Jack Daniels. So I think what we need to do is we have like a little we have a cup about this big. It's probably about 5 shots worth. Tom's going to chug some Jack Daniels. I'll take a shot of Fireball. Marshall said he'll take a shot of Fireball, and maybe we can get CEO James to come on as well. So if we hit 1,500 in supers, we're gonna get wild. But I think if we hit 1,500, I think I also owe you guys maybe an IG live again tonight. So that's my offer. Tom's taking basically 5 shots at Jack. Marshall's gonna take a shot. I'm gonna take a shot. I can't guarantee you that James will, but I'll also go live on IG. That's what you get. All right, what happens? All right, that's the same thing from Nick. All right, sorry. Dale Webb Jr., is Kenny Galladay still an option for the Raiders? Is he an option? Sure. Until he gets signed, he's going to be an option. He's the top wide receiver on the market. I know I had some people coming at me being like, Mitch, why don't you think the Raiders are going to sign Kenny Galladay? Because I put out my list of the top 5 wide receivers I think the Raiders are the most likely to sign, and I didn't have Kenny Galladay on there. It's for the simple fact of I didn't see them spending big at the wide receiver position. I saw them going out and getting a veteran, going out and spending a little bit less money, even though it's not what people wanted. But for Galladay, he looks like he might end up signing with potentially the Jets. He could go to the Giants. I don't know exactly where he's going to go. But when I see the deal for Will Fuller, 1 year, $10 million, sure, it's very incentive-based. If I get Kenny Galladay right now for around like 1 year, $10 million, I would do that in a heartbeat. Let's go to Damian Flores. What up, Damian? Cheers to you, my man. I always keep some drinks. Give me a sec. All right, what do we got here? Drake and Josh, baby. I know. Ordering my Drake jersey ASAP. FAB, FTB, Harrison Hayward are coming. Tom, you're weak. Don't make fun of Tom, because if it's not for Tom, this show doesn't happen right now. Because Sam had to go do NFL Daily, so Tom was like, all right, I'm going to come on. I'm going to produce Raiders, and he's doing a phenomenal job. Like, I can't do what he's doing right now, so don't make fun of Tom. But, yes, it is Drake and Josh. It's like Nickelodeon all over again, but it's definitely interesting. I would love to have Harris. I would love to have Hayward, no doubt about it. And last thing on Tom, like when I think of the OGs here at Chat Sports, we got James the CEO, we got Brett the COO, and then Tom was working here before me. If it wasn't for those 3 guys, you wouldn't have a Raiders report. So no hating on Tom, no hating on Brett, no hating on James. If you want to hate on Marshall, Chase, Sam, I'm all for that. That's totally fine. All right, let's go to Looney Rooney. What's up, man? Raiders going to sign Ricardo. You mean Ricardo Allen? I know Ricardo Allen was let go by the Atlanta Falcons. Who? Stimmy. Oh. I thought you meant Ricardo Allen. Then Tom's like, no, it's Ricardo, the guy sending all the supers. I'll tell you what. If they sign Ricardo, I'm all for it. You know what, man? I'm almost going to say this. If we got to figure out a way here to get to 1,500. We just had Jay. He just said 1,500, baby. We need to be able to figure out a way, though, to get to Allegiant Stadium. I want to do a tour with everyone. That'd be pretty dope. All right, let's go to Andy for the Raiders Nation. Drink up. All right, let me spin this roulette wheel here. Y'all are going to get 2 spins and a sip of beer because I need to chill a little bit. All right, we got that one. I'm going to spin it again. So, Marshall, you owe me a sip of beer. I'm going to give you a sip of beer. All right. Hang on. So, Tom, you owe me a sip of beer. Marshall owes me a sip of beer, and I just gave a sip of beer. So, anytime you guys send in a $20 super or a $10 super, it's a roulette spin. So, Tom's going to come on. He's going to take a sip of beer. Marshall, you owe me a sip of beer. So, Marshall's going to come on here. Tom just took his. Oh, man, this is honestly, I've done a lot of shows here at Chat Sports. I really have. Like, we're getting close to, I'm probably close to 1,500 shows here at Chat Sports. Oh, God. That stinks. Cheers to you. This has been by far one of the craziest shows I've ever done. And I don't even think it's close, honestly. All right, let's go to Jaden Henderson here, who's a Colts fan. This is my last one, but let me get a birthday shout-out. I'm turning 20 tomorrow. You got a discount code for me. What kind of code are you looking for, Jaden? How about this? If you want a Raiders t-shirt, Tom, if you know how to go to Raiders Against the World, do it. If you don't, it's okay. Chatsports.com/RaidersWorld if you want a Raiders t-shirt. If you don't want that, if you go to actually chatsports.com/protein, you can get some protein if you're trying to get into better shape. If you go to chatsports.com/freeprotein, I believe you can also actually get some free protein from Panda Sup. So those are my discount codes that I have for you off the top of my head. If you want to try to be able to get a t-shirt, though, I know you're a Colts fan. We can maybe go Raiders Against the World t-shirt. Good job, Tom. That's what's up, my man. Chatsports.com/RaidersWorld. If you want this t-shirt right here, $24.99. Again, it's chatsports.com/RaidersWorld. Ricardo, I want you to message me after the show. I'm going to be looking for it. I'm actually going to send you some Raiders gear. So just message me at Instagram, at Mitchell Renz 365. I'm going to send you some Raider stuff. Bro, I'd rather watch you on national TV more than half these other guys. So here's the only thing. I've had some people say, like, Mitch, you would do great on TV. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now if I was on national TV. Plus, like, that's not really me. Like, I like to be uncut, like, raw and just be real with y'all. And that also means I wouldn't be able to do the Raiders report. So I'm going to keep doing this, but Richard, like, just know from the bottom of my heart, like, I appreciate you guys saying that. We work our tail off here, though, Chat Sports, so we're able to have some fun once in a while. Let's go to Looney Rooney. Uh-oh. Here comes Stimmy Ricky. Chug, chug, chug. Raiders! Let's go. Let's get some Raiders in the chat. Oh, man, I don't even know where we are at this point in terms of supers, but Looney Rooney, cheers to you, man. Oh, man. Let's go to Dude. Where's my car? Making a matching donation to AA. Where does Chuck the Pup make his debut? Wow. 2K in Super Chat. So, I'd have to ask my boss, James, if I could bring on my dog, if he'd be allowed to come on a show. IG Live. So, I think I'll make you guys a deal. If we get to 2,000 in Super Chats, all right, he's giving me the 2. If we get to 2,000 in Super Chats, I'm going to do my entire next week's show on Tuesday with Chuck the Pup in my arms. Okay? That's my offer to you. If we can get to 2K in Super Chats, I'm going to bring on my brand new dog. It's Chuck the Pup on IG. And I'm going to do the entire 70-minute, maybe an hour, 90-minute show with Chuck in my arms. He's going to sit right here. So that's my offer to y'all. That's what James is telling me back there. He makes the rules. So just keep that in mind. Let's go to Nick Gomez here. Next one coming in. How much we add in Super Chats? So all I see is like 1,200. So if you guys want to get to 1,500, that means 1,500 is Tom taking like 5 shots. Marshall taking a shot. I'll take a shot. And I'll do an Instagram live. 2,000 is, we'll do all that stuff that I just said. And then I get to have Chuck the Pup come on a little bit on Tuesday for my live show. So that's my offer right now. But Nick, cheers to you. Let's go to David Zahn. Ha 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 ha. Mitch is fading. You have no idea. I'm telling you right now. If the Raiders make another move, I'm in trouble. We're gonna have to figure something out. Let's do this. 1,500 guys. Oh yeah. I still can't get up that price. Oh man, we're hitting a road here. Let's go to Damian Flores. What's up, man? I have to roast Tom because he said if we signed AB, he would do 84 burpees, and he never did. Shake my head. So Tom's saying he doesn't recall. And if he actually did say it, Damon, all I'm saying is this. If you can find the video where Tom said that he would do 84 burpees, send it to me. We will make Tom do 84 burpees. You have my word. We will make him do it. Because I said if the Raiders go out and get Antonio Brown, I would drink 84 beers. There is a video on YouTube where I am literally sitting there drinking 84 beers. Did I? Oh, Tom's saying I accused him. I'm not an accuser. I speak the truth. I speak the truth, so we'll see. But, Damien, if you could tell me, you let me know. You send it to me on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365. Let's go to Joe Girardi. All right, been hearing rumors of Richard Sherman working out in Las Vegas. Any info on possible signing? We seriously need help in the secondary, and this would be a major help. So I have not seen anything or heard anything of Richard Sherman working out in Las Vegas. And if I do hear something, I'll let you guys know. But I got some sources in Vegas. Nobody's really told me anything in that regard. But Richard Sherman definitely would be a lot of help. The reason why people want Richard Sherman as bad as they do in terms of being a Las Vegas Raider, he knows the Gus Bradley system, and he can be a player coach. I know sometimes people don't like that term, but that's what he can do. And that's why he adds a lot of value here to this team. It just comes down to money. I'm not going to go out and pay him over $10 million, $11 million a year. If you want to bring him in for $8, $9 million, 2-year contract, I am more than happy to do that. But the issue is Richard Sherman does want a lot more. But have I heard anything besides that? No, I have not. All right, I'm spinning the roulette wheel, my man Joe. Much appreciated for the super, and let's see what we got. All right. Marshall, you owe me 2 sips. Sorry, dude. The issue is we have a lot of names here at Chat Sports, right? Like different people that can come on and do stuff. We got a whole nother show going on. We didn't anticipate Raiders Report going this long. Hey, we're working through it here. Brett decided to take the day off. If everyone, you can blame Brett because this is getting wild. You only have to do beer. You don't have to do a shot. I literally go, Marshall, you can take a beer, not shot. He goes, I'd rather have a shot. Trying to get down with Raider Nation. You're not ready for Raider Nation. All right, let's go to Zornell Malone. Will the Raiders cut or trade Marcus Mariota at quarterback? I'll say this. I think it is still more likely that they end up cutting him. However, anytime an NFL team says that they're going to release a player, it's very hard to trade them. For the fact that they were able to actually trade Gabe Jackson and Rodney Hudson in the same day for actually like halfway decent, compensation, that to me says that there is still a little bit of a chance for Mariota. However, it's really hard to be able to get on board with his contract because you have to pay him so much money. I mean, think about this. If somebody trades for Mariota and the team that trades for him and he plays, 16 games and they win 6 games, you got to pay him about $19 million. That's a lot of money to be able to spend on a backup quarterback potentially. So, Zornell, appreciate the question, but I think it's ultimately going to be a cut. Let's go to X Toxic. It's an emoji. So, again, I'm going to spin the roulette wheel. I got where's the fireball? Marshall took it over there. All right. How am I supposed to get that? He takes a shot of fireball, and he takes it halfway across the room. What's he doing? Everyone's getting a little buzzed here. It's okay. It's okay. So hang on a sec. Let me get you a shot here. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen on today's show, but we're getting wild. It's all good. X Toxic Yeti, much love to you, dude. You've been absolutely incredible. I don't know where the lid is. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need a lid. All right, let's go to Jaden. Last one for real. Shout out to Tom, future Cowboys owner. I don't know if Tom can buy the Cowboys, but I do think that he would do a great job being a GM. Maybe we get him a GM as the Raiders. I wouldn't mind that at all. Let's go to Rummel. What up, Rummel? Best Raiders report I've ever watched. Can't wait to watch a game with y'all from the Death Star. Dude, I'm with you. I hope there's a day where I can actually go to a Raiders game. However, I actually also like the ability to be able to live stream the game. We can't actually show the game, but we can talk about it. We have a good time, and it's actually a lot like this too. So we always break it down from start to finish, but if there is an opportunity for me to go to a Raiders game, I might actually just go to Vegas and do a Raiders report from Las Vegas. And if anybody wants to be able to join that show live, hey, I'm all for it. But Rummel, cheers to you. Let's go to Youngville. How do you feel about the Deshaun Watson situation? Do you think we can give up Carr 2 firsts for him now? No, I still don't think it's enough. I mean, if I'm the Houston Texans, right, I want at least 3 first-round picks and then something. Derek Carr is a great quarterback. I'm not trying to twist that up, but this is Deshaun Watson we're talking about. I know there's allegations out there. Until there's actual evidence, I'm not going to believe them. If there is actual evidence that comes out, he's got a whole new issue on his hands. So Derek Carr, though, and 2 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson. The Houston Texans say no to that. Would I do that deal? Yes, I would. And it's for the simple fact of the Raiders have not done a very good job in terms of drafting the last few years. The team that has the most first-round draft picks since 2017 has actually been the Las Vegas Raiders. and they don't have much to show for it. So Derek Carr was great, but if you can get Deshaun Watson, who's only 25 years old and a top 5 quarterback, you go out and do it. Let's go to Joshua Johnson. Do you think JJ is less than 100% or more players are getting tired of losing? I'm just Raiders One Nation. So wait, do you think JJ is less than 100 or more players are getting? Are you talking about Josh Jacobs being less than 100%? Like, I think he's a great running back, but the amount of work that he's been given over the first 2 seasons is why the Raiders went out and got Kenyan Drake. They also went out and got Kenyan Drake to be more of this joker in terms of a play style. So you can put him in a lot of different avenues, a lot of different ways here on this offense, but I'm not worried about Josh. He's a great running back. This is the last super chat that we have on Doc, so if I don't get a new one, I'm going to leave. Oh, another one just came in, so second to last. Let's keep this overtime going. So, David, appreciate the super. I owe you all a few drinks. Give me a sec. So, as a reminder, if we get to 1,500, Tom's taking 5 shots. I take a shot. Marsh takes a shot. If we can get to 2,000, I get to bring my pup, my brand new dog, Chuck. He's going to come on the Raiders Report with me. So, I would actually love to be able to do that. Let's go to the next super chat coming in here from King Jackson Max Watterson. Second to last, because we just got another one. The day Mitch can live stream from the boxes in the Death Star is a dream come true. You know what, man? I'm actually with you on that. If I could host the Raiders Report actually in the Death Star, that would be amazing to me. But I would only want to do it if I could bring my Chat Sports team with me. Because when you start a show, when you start like a YouTube channel, there's a lot of other things that go into it, especially in the background that people don't see. Like, y'all see me on screen, but you don't see how much hard work and how much money we invest, like how much time James puts in, or how much time Brett puts in, or Tom, or Marshall, or Sam, or all the people that we've ever had here at Chat Sports. There's a lot of other things that go into it. So I wouldn't want it to be just me. I would want it to be a team effort, and until that team effort happens, then that's a different conversation. But my fingers are crossed one day that, yes, I could be at the Death Star doing a Raiders Report live. That'd be amazing. All right, let's go to this next one coming in from Coach All Day 99. Last super chat. Whoo, dream scenario for remaining free agents and first 2 picks in the draft. Anthony Williams, Rashawn Slater, and I'm not sure for me. What do you think about Anthony Williams, Tom? I think you mean Anthony Harris. Okay, I was going to say, I don't know what Anthony Williams in the draft. Anthony Harris, absolutely. Get him on a really solid deal. Top safety still remaining. Rashawn Slater, I actually think he's gone probably before the Raiders pick at 17. Mike Mayock went above and beyond to go to the Northwestern's Pro Day to watch Rashawn Slater. They think that he could probably play offensive guard. I know he's listed as a tackle. I think he's more of a guard in the NFL, but I'm with you there. And also what just came in, I owe you 10 squats. So give me a second here. Coach All Day, let me take a sip of my beer. And we're going to start squatting. Jesse Sanchez, just want to keep you drinking. Go Raiders. So, Jesse, appreciate you. The deal was this. If we can get to 1,500, the other guys are going to drink. If we can get to 2,000, I get to bring my dog Chuck on for my live Raiders Report. And I go live every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. If somebody comes across this and they're like, what is this guy doing? Why is he drinking? This is Raider Nation. This is how we get down, and this is not how the normal shows go, but when the people want it, that's what the people get. Hey, I'm going to bang these out. All right, King 192. How much do you think we can get for a trade away with Mariota or Carr? So, it's funny. I put this on the community channel, or community post, probably like 2 weeks ago in regards to how much I think Mariota could go for. 23% of the votes came in for a first-round pick, okay? Actually, first or second-round pick. I think it was like 40 or 50% came in for a third or fourth. I think if you trade Mariota, okay, you're probably going to get like a 5th, 6th, maybe 7th-round pick just because of the contract alone. And it actually wouldn't really surprise me if the Raiders did it for a 6th because they lost the 6th-round pick due to COVID violation. So he's a good quarterback. But the reason why it's been so hard to trade Mariota, is because of the contract. That's the biggest reason. Let's go to Fontaine. Ban the Sherman fakers. P.S. Get Mitch some water, bruh. Ban the Sherman fakers. I don't know what that means. Oh, people are saying that Richard Sherman's going to the Raiders. Okay, so we're banning them. Good job, Tom. Appreciate it. And we'll get water after the show. I mean, there's technically water in beer, right? So we're fine. We're fine. All right, let's go to David. Oh, $20. Let's spin the roulette wheel. If we get to 2K, we being on She's Going Downy and Mitchell's girlfriend. I don't know what if we get to 2K, we being on She's Going Downy. I don't know what that means, but however, I don't know if Alex can come on a show. I would ask my boss James if my girlfriend Alex could come on the show. If not, like I said, we're gonna get my dog to come on. Oh, that's right. That's fake. That's the fake Twitter account for Tom's wife. She's Going Downy and Mitchell's girl. So my girlfriend, if you guys want to heckle her, because she'll be like, "What the heck is going on?" is at just Alex Sophia. I'm gonna say it again. Go heckle her, because she's gonna have no idea what happened. At just Alex Sophia, and it's Sofia. Just Alex Sophia on Instagram. She's gonna have no idea what happens. I guarantee you, she messages me and being like, "What the hell are you doing?" That would make me way too happy. Way too happy. All right, so I owe you all 4 sips of beer. Give me a sec here for the roulette spin, David. Give me a sec. All right. All right, what do we got here? All right, David's on. I can't up the ante, damn it. I'll lay it all myself if I just do it. What's funny is, like, when super chats come in, it's funny because Tom's feeling a type of way. Marshall's also drank quite a bit, so, like, I can see Marshall in the background, and, like, when I say certain things, he laughs, and it makes me laugh even more. Does that mean you can hear me, or they can hear you? Oh, I can hear you. Okay, Tom's talking to me in my ear. I was just wondering what he was saying. So, if you guys want Tom to talk, maybe we can get Tom on here too. All right, so David's on, but I'm with you. It's all good, man. Appreciate the super. I think I owe you a drink. Let's go to King Jackson Max Watterson. Big shout-out to the whole team of Chat Sports. Keep it up. Big shout-outs to Raider Nation. I'm a huge fan. Keep it up and keep it going. So, I'll also say this. I don't know if we've ever hit 1,400 in super chats on a Raiders report. But we're getting pretty damn close right now, so we might actually be able to break a record here at Chat Sports. It's not the most money we've ever made on a live stream, because technically the NFL draft, we've done like 7K in supers, but this would be the most we ever made on a Raiders report. So, King Jackson Max Watterson, cheers to you. All right, next super chat's coming from Brad A. Drink some water for the love of God. See, I don't do this show to drink water. I like being exactly who I am, and I'll drink water after the show. People don't want me to drink water, but I will spin the roulette wheel. maybe we'll get some water on the roulette wheel. We'll see. But Brad A, I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching the show. I know you're always tuning in. I know you're always commenting as well. So just know that I do go down to the comments on the videos. I do see who's talking. But if you guys are wondering what the hell's going on right now, we went live for the Kenyan Drake breaking news that the Raiders signed him. And he signed to a 2-year, $14.5 million deal. If you guys haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the Raiders Report. It's youtube.com/Raiders Report. I would really appreciate it. Let's go to Rustin Long here, who's got a $10 super chat. If our D can be decent, DC4 will get some respect. I agree with you. I think it's actually funny how everyone's hyping up Marcus Mariota and how, like, you know, he played great, which he did. But nobody talked about how they actually lost the game. Why? Because the defense gave up points at the end of the game. If Derek's in that situation, nobody hypes up Derek Carr. People just talk about how the defense lost the game and then how it's Derek's fault. If the defense steps up in 3 games, right? I'm going to give you 3 games where the Raiders had a lead with 1:48 remaining. They gave up those leads. And you're talking about 11-5 football team. You make the playoffs, totally different story here. So I'm with you. Derek Carr will get some more respect if the defense is a lot better. But cheers to you. All right, Desmond, who do you think is going to be the next free agent signing? Also, do you think it will be an offensive or defensive player? So what I want you guys to do is this. Type O for offense, type D for defense down in the comments section. I'm hoping that it's ultimately going to be a defensive player. That's where I think the biggest need is, and I'm going to continue to say I think it's going to be Malik Hooker on a cheaper deal. So, Desmond, cheers. Let's go to Jordan. This is the last super on the Raiders Report. Put this towards your Uber home, brother. So luckily, I walk home, and I walk to work every day. I decided to move a lot closer to work in case there was breaking news. I decided to work closer to move closer to work in case I needed to come in right away and make a video, because I think one of the ways that we can do really well here at Chat Sports is when we can give you guys videos like ASAP Rocky. So that's what I want to be able to do. I moved close to work, that way I could walk. So I appreciate the super. I really, really do. So if you guys want more videos here around the Raiders Report, go ahead and subscribe. Click that big red button. We're breaking things down. We just got another one. Turn on those notifications. That way you don't miss a thing. Kenyan Drake ended up signing with the Las Vegas Raiders for 2 years, $14.5 million deal. That's why we went live. We've had over 2,000 people live at a time. We've had a lot of super chats. We have a lot of fun here with Raider Nation, but just know that I love y'all from bottom of my heart. I bleed silver and black. I've had plenty to drink because you guys are absolutely wild, but we drop free daily Raiders videos literally every single day, and we go live always on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. All right, last super unless we get another one. Richard Bennett, what up? In all the Raiders groups I'm in, people trash Derek Carr. Why don't they understand he's a good quarterback? The reason why people trash him is because he doesn't win football games. And I'm not saying it's Derek Carr's fault. It's because quarterbacks are judged by wins. It's really as simple as that. So if the team doesn't win, they blame it on the quarterback. Holy ball sack there, Alex D. You guys are fucking wild. Marshall, I'm going to need help, man. We're going to need some help. So when it really comes down to it, like, that's the biggest reason. Derek's a good quarterback. He's not quite my top 10. I actually made my top 10 quarterback list. Derek wasn't on it. He was number 11. He's a good quarterback. But when you have a really bad defense, you need an elite quarterback. That's why people rip on him. Also, people rip on Derek because it's the easy thing to do. For the nonchalant fans, for the guys that really don't know that much about Raiders or don't know that much about football, they rip on Derek Carr because it's the easy thing to do. If you guys watch the show, you don't rip on Carr because he's a good quarterback. Let's go to Alex D. Go Raiders. Goddamn. So we're at 1.4K. If we get to 1,500 as promised, Tom's drinking, Marshall's drinking, James is pointing that he's going to be drinking as well. And you know what? I'm going to have a few. So we'll see what happens here. What?
What is 50? A shot?
50 is, you're going to take a shot. Yeah, sure. So he's got Jaeger. I hate Jaeger. And the fact that Tom's drinking out of the bottle just goes to show that he's the only one that likes Jägermeister. When I moved to Germany, they literally had Jaeger on tap, and I got so drunk so many nights in Germany. Jaeger on tap. $1 for a shot of Jaeger in Germany. I drank way too much of it. I can't drink it anymore. I don't like it. So, Alex D, I appreciate your super chat. I'm also, though, getting to a point where I got to pee. So, I don't know if I can pee. I'll make you guys a deal. I will pee on the Raiders Report in a bottle. Just everyone from behind the scenes, they got to close their eyes. But we're getting close to that point. I'll tell you what. Below the table, and I think I'm allowed to do it. So, I don't know if anybody's ever peed live on Instagram, or YouTube, but we're getting close. All right, yeah, I probably actually won't do it. So, King Jackson, Max Watterson, you're next up here on the Raiders Report, man. All right, what do we got here? So, how does someone intern here, because you guys look like you're having a blast. Stay up, brother, and get up. Great work. So, we've actually put a few jobs out there on LinkedIn, so if anybody wants to go on LinkedIn, just ask Jimmy. But if you guys don't know that bit, I don't know what to tell you. Look up Jimmy from LinkedIn. But we do put jobs out all the time, and the more and more we have channels that grow, we can give out jobs to people. I don't know if we have internships. If you guys want to send an email to raiders@chatsports.com, maybe we can figure out something, but I don't make that decision. That's up to James. That's the guy who came on here a little bit earlier, so that's up to him. But yes, we do have fun because we do work our tail off. Just always remember that. Let's go to Robert Jackson. Robert's been I don't know. I saw Robert Jackson come up. I think it was just a question. But Robert, he's been a watcher for a while. This isn't over from David Zahn. Guys, we're getting to a point here where we're getting wild, and believe me, I'm all for it. I'm totally for it, and I do want to get to 1,500. I also would love to be able to do a Raiders report with my dog Chuck. Like, that would make me so happy. I don't think Alex would believe me. Then I'd be like, babe, I actually have to do a show with Chuck in my arms for the entire time. But you know what? I'm willing to do it. I think it'd be a lot of fun. 50 the hard way from David's on. It's okay, man. Cheers to y'all. Let me get a sip here. Hang on. Here's some to keep it going. Love the show, Mitch. You're awesome. But see, my job is actually very easy. My job is easy because I get to talk about the Raiders, I get to hang out with y'all, and I get to drink. But I do hope people that are watching at home, hopefully you're not at work. I've also had people say like, hey, I watch you while I'm driving. I don't want you to drink if you're driving. But if you're sitting at home, you're chilling, you're trying to have a good time, if this show can take you away from, I don't know, what's going on in your personal life, like that makes me happy. Like I'm glad I can help people do that. But when I drink, I want you guys to be drinking with me too. And make sure you're sharing the show on Twitter, sharing it on Instagram, because the more and more people we have watching, the more and more shows we could possibly do. All right, let's go to Carlos. End of the day, trust the Mark Gruden and Mayock process, Raider Nation. I'm going to try. It's just one of those things where if it doesn't work out soon, that's when you can jump off the bandwagon. I don't think I was ever on board giving a coach 10 years, $100 million guaranteed. Simple fact of I'm never on board giving anybody guaranteed money because it's not realistic. Like, if I show up to work and I tell my boss, James, like, hey, I'm not going to work today, but it doesn't matter. You still got to pay me. That's not how the real world works. So, like, I actually don't like guaranteed contracts. I don't think it makes sense at all, whether it's NFL, whether it's a head coach, because, I mean, I come into work every day just like y'all work hard every day and earn your paycheck. That's why I don't like guaranteed contracts. So we'll see what happens, though. Let's go to X Toxic, and it's literally just a super chat. All right, I got to spin the roulette wheel. We're spinning the roulette wheel, but X Toxic and everyone that just sent them in, give me a sec. Also, we hit 1.5. Let's go. We hit 1.5. Somebody go get Tom a Bet the Asai cup. Tom said he's just going to go do polls. If you don't know that reference, so polls are something you do in baseball where you just run pole to pole to pole to pole. You just run pole to pole to pole to pole. But, all right, so what's going to happen here? We just hit 1.5. So what's going to happen here is this. I said if we hit 1.5, Tom's basically going to drink like 5 shots of, what is it, Jack or Jaeger? I think it's Jaeger. He's going to do like 5 shots of Jack and Jaeger. Maybe it's mixed. Marshall's going to come on and do a shot. CEO James is going to come on and do a drink. And then I'm also going to do one. So we hit 1.5. This is the most super chats we've ever done on a Raiders report. And I can't even believe what I'm seeing right now. Y'all are absolutely balling out. We're having an amazing time here. I'm actually curious how the guys over on NFL Daily are doing right now. I mean, this is pretty incredible to me. So, Tom, you go get a Bet the Asai cup. You're gonna do polls. What does that mean? Oh, see, I misunderstood. I understood it as baseball term for poll, where you run pole to pole. I don't know, man. All right, so here's the team. We hit 1,500 in supers. I have no idea what NFL Daily's probably pretty unhappy. That's okay, though. Raider Nation's balling out. I just need to put that down. So, all right, so we hit 1.5, so you're going to get the whole Chat Sports team here drinking. And so what do we got? Tom's over here. He runs our NFL Daily shows. He runs Cowboys. He does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Marshall's the guy who's doing a lot of the comments. So you guys see the guy who's like always putting stuff in the chat. That's Marshall. And then James is the CEO of the company. So cheers to y'all. If y'all could take a screenshot of this, that'd be amazing.
Cheers to Raider Nation.
Cheers to guys. This is crazy.
Tom's gripping the bottle.
Tom, you got to do it. Like, you better rip that bottle. Here we go. Go, Tom! Oh, my God, I'm going to throw up. Please stop. Oh, I'm going to throw up.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, so if shit starts getting wild here on the show, it's because y'all are making us do some wild shit. I don't know if we've ever thrown in the white towel on a show, but we're getting close.
Stop sending Mitch money. He can't deal with it.
We're struggling here, but it's all good. We got a few more to go. I have to pee so bad, but I'm willing to hold it. We're going to clench it. We're going to clench it.
Man, look at this.
I mean, we've got
Empty beers
we
left and right.
we've gone through almost a whole fire bottle, bottle of Fireball. I don't know how many beers I've consumed. Browns just signed cornerback Troy Hill. I hope everyone's having a halfway decent time. David Zahn just said Tom's a beast. Yes. Drake, decent running back, but I hate his music. That's actually a phenomenal. I actually like Drake. I'm a big fan of Drake's music, and in fact, I actually wrote an article, a fantasy football article, probably like 2 years ago, where I included 50 Drake references in one article. Look up Mitchell Renz, Kenyan Drake fantasy football. I hope it still pops up. I'm curious if it does. But dude, where's my car? Appreciate the super. I still owe you a drink. Let's go to David Zahn. Here we go. All right, everyone in the comments with me. We're going to spam Raiders. Raiders! The fact that this has been the best chat sports show of all time, man. This is insane. Let's go to David. What up, David? Hey, Mitch, I meant to bring him on the show. Meant no disrespect. I apologize for the typo. Let's keep it going. Longest show ever. This has been the longest show ever. You don't need to apologize. I don't want you guys to apologize for anything. Like, I want you guys to always be real with me because I'm always real with you. So please don't ever feel the need to apologize. But David, much love to you. Let's go to David Zahn. Let's see the pup. Hey man, if I could bring on Chuck the pup, I'm all for it. James, am I allowed to bring on Chuck the pup next episode? Live Raiders report. You let me know. We got to get to 2K. That's what they're telling me. 2K, and I'm going to do an entire 70-minute show with my dog in my arms. And he's a puppy, and he's got a peeing problem. So there's like a halfway decent chance he pisses in my arms. But it's okay. It's all good. But I would love to see Chuck. If we could do a show with him, that'd be pretty dope. Let's go to the next one. It's from David Zahn. It just says, Raiders! You guys send it in, and I'll shout it out. This has been an unbelievable show. If you would have told me today, I would have gone live for about 2 hours here on the Raiders Report doing what we've done today, I would have said you're crazy. And I actually can't believe it. I wish Jeremy was here, because then we could have got him some drinks as well. All right, let's go to Lyndon Smith. Well, shit. I better do my part. Still don't like John Gruden. Kind of like Mike Mayock. Cut Marcus. I'm with you. Excuse me. I definitely want to cut Marcus Mariota. He could save like $10.7 million, but John Gruden still needs to be able to do a little bit better. We'll see what ultimately happens. But Lyndon, appreciate the super. Let's go to Yabani Martinez. Get it, Mitch. Oh, man, I'm sweating. Having a blast watching, drinking, and more importantly, talking Raiders. Let's get to 2K Nation. Cheers from Portland, Oregon. Cheers to you. I'm going to spin the roulette wheel here. Let's see what we end up getting. If you guys send in $20 supers, we're going to keep it rolling. But much love to the nation. Yes, Yobani. I'm glad you're having a good time. Let's go to Robert Jackson. Is this time, Tom? I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. You're good. You're good. So we got Alex D. How many more non-playoff seasons can Mark Davis tolerate before his dream becomes a nightmare? I don't know. I'll tell if I at this point, 18 seasons it's been what since the playoff. I guess that's not true. 2016 we made the playoffs, but not having Derek Carr was almost a little bit unfair. There's no doubt about that. The Raiders need to make the playoffs soon, though. When you go give a coach the amount of money that you gave John Gruden, you expect results right away. I understand that Mark Davis and John Gruden are buddies. However, the fact that they're buddies, you still want to be able to get a little bit more out of it. So I'm with you. I appreciate it. And I owe y'all 10 jumper jacks, so hang on a sec. I have to pee so bad that this hurts. What do we got? Ha, ha, ha. Oh, boy, Tom. Drink. Someone let me know. Oh, my God, Tom's a beast. I'll tell you what. I've known Tom for a long time. Went to his bachelor party, went to his wedding. That's the most I've seen Tom drink. That's the most I've seen Tom drink in a 30-second span. At Tom's bachelor party, though, some guy, I don't remember his name, gave Tom some, like, old-ass whiskey. Tom took a shot. Like, think about this. Think about how long whiskey lasts. This one was expired. Somebody gave Tom expired whiskey. Tom took a shot, and as soon as he took it, he ran into the bathroom and had to throw up. It was, yeah, he was pretty effed up. But it was one of the top 10 moments that I've seen with Tom. We've done a lot of crazy things here on all of our shows, but that was by far one of the craziest. All right, let's go to RIP to Mitch's liver, bladder, and urethra. The most painful thing I got going on right now is definitely the bladder, but it's all good. I'll tell you what, we're getting close to the catheter. My stomach, though, like the bottom part of it is starting to really. It's literally like a bubble. I feel like a water bed right now. X McGee, do you think that the Raiders are going to sign? Haha, I do not. He's a player that I understand that he's played safety before. However, it's not somebody that I think that they ultimately do bring in. Also, shout out to Peaches. Who would have thought that signing Kenyan Drake would have made everybody drink like this? All right, so I'm with you, man. If you would have told me that Kenyan Drake would have ended up like this, I would have thought y'all are crazy. But bottom line is this. This is the last Super Chat. I don't think we're going to get, I don't know if we get any more. We'll stay live. Like I've been continuing to say, you guys keep sending them. We'll stay live. But what I do want you to do is this. Subscribe for more free agency videos. We're trying to keep you guys up to date. And Andy sends in a $25 super. Is there any way, Tom, is there any way you could come on and talk for a minute while I pee? Yeah. All right, so this is what's going to happen. So we keep getting to more super chats. You guys keep sending them in. We're going to stay live. I just have to pee so bad, and I can't do it on the show because then the Raiders report could get canceled. So Tom's actually going to come on. He's going to talk some Raiders with you all, so just be patient. And then if you want to make Tom drink, you can make Tom drink. And then I got to go pee, and I'll be back. We'll talk some more Raiders. But seriously, hit the big red button that says subscribe. All right, I'll be right back. So Tom's about to come on, and he's going to talk football. If you guys want to talk, he's more of an NFL draft guy, so ask him draft questions.
All right. I know you guys don't like me, but it's fine. We're having a good time getting hammered, all right? All right, I'll go rapid fire on these supers, and then I'll let Mitch. He had to go pee, all right? And he's had a lot of alcohol to drink, so it's fine. Andy says, let's keep it going. I don't like the signing of the running back. You could use that money to get a good safety or a corner. I'm inclined to agree with you. I would have preferred that route. Pretty straightforward there. David says, okay, that's 50. I did that the hard way. Now drink. Okay. For you, David, I will finish off most of the rest of this bottle. Not quite all of it. I want to save a little bit more. But I will drink to that. I drank the whole bottle anyway. So we are now out of Jaeger. We'll have to buy some more. Maybe with your guys' super chats there. Excuse me. Rustin Long says, we love you, Tom. Thank you. I don't think all of you guys do, and that's fine. I tell it how it is. Sometimes that gets me in trouble with our fan base. It's all good there. Ray says that chug made me like Tom. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it as I'm not really set up to be on air with my unkempt shirt and appearance and everything there. Richard, I see your super chat. We'll let Mitch do that one for you. On top of that, Caden says I'm going crazy. Jaeger goes down smooth. That is not a difficult alcohol to drink. That is one that goes right down, and we're all set there. By the way, we are at 1.6K super chats on that one there, so I appreciate that. Aaron says, Tom, keep drinking. Kruk says, Tom is certified with that chug. Thank you. I appreciate that. Marlon says, Tom, you doofus, get out of here. I will get out of here as soon as Mitch comes back. I've got no problem doing that trade-off there. I just saw him walk back in, so he's going to get himself a tortilla? He's grabbing a tortilla right now. Literally, he just grabbed the tortilla. I guess he wants some food? He has a tortilla in his hands right now, which is very unusual. Yes, he's drinking some water, and he has a tortilla in his hands. Pretty wild there. What up, James? Yeah, fun times there. So Mitch will be back here in just a second. Yeah, you're doing a shot? All right, James is going to do a shot. Slide on over into the frame here, bud. Into the frame. Mitch is literally scarfing down a tortilla as we speak.
Tom, I don't know if they can hear me, but
what are
you guys doing to Mitch? This is out of control. The man has a family. All right, cheers. So do I.
Bottoms up for James. That's 1.6K, by the way, on the super chats. Pretty freaking wild right there. Oh, 1,600. Sorry, 1,600. Very kitty. Very kitty. V kitty. So don't worry, Andy. I'll get to your super chat as well. I see the big $25 one in there. Space Star says whiskey shot. Tom, do one more just for the win. I got to save a little bit. I'm supposed to do my own show later tonight. We were supposed to be on air already, but you guys keep super chatting, so we don't do it. It's crazy, right? You guys are preventing other shows getting done. Good for you guys. I respect it there. Mitch is just taking his good old sweet time out there. eating a damn tortilla. Literally, it's just bread. It's all he's eating right now. Absolutely incredible there. Millard says James is the best boss ever. Aaron, Mitch is not puking. I promise you that. Although he heard me say that, and he almost coughed up his food. He's fine. He has not puked at this point. So we'll get to Andy. There was another super chat about, oh, no, we already did the hot one. So we'll get to Andy, David, Richard, and Rustin here in just a little bit. But good news, Mitch, coughing from being accused of choking, is back.
All right, here we go. Hey, guys, I'm back. Give me a sec. Oh, I dropped the ball. 1 second. All right, so I'm going to be honest. Needed some food in the belly, but we're back. Better than ever. Ready to rock and roll. So what do we got here? We got Andy. Let's keep it going for the Raider Nation. I don't like the signing of the running back, but we could have used that money to go get a very good safety or corner. F. Mayock, Raider Nation for life. Cheers, everyone. So I'm not on board of the whole, F. Mayock thing. I don't really like that whole thing. But I am in agreement with you. If you could have told me we could have paid 2 years, 14.5, you could have used that money to a top safety like an Anthony Harris. Shit, maybe even a guy like John Johnson. I would have been a lot more on board for that type of deal instead of Kenyan Drake. He's a good running back, but it's not a major need. This is a team that's built, really, I understand on being able to run the football, but if your offensive line isn't very good, it's hard to run the football. So, Andy, I'm with you, man. I understand where you're coming from. We're getting close to finishing off this bottle of Fireball, which is bananas to me. We literally just bought like 4 new bottles of Fireball before free agency started. We're getting down to the last one. So, cheers to y'all. I'm going to take a shot. All right, let's go to David Zahn. If these were like the shots that James was taking earlier, I'd be dead. Luckily, they're a little bit smaller. All right, okay, man. That's 50. I did it the hard way now. Drink. Love you guys. Raiders! So, yes, David has actually been one of the guys that's been sending in $5 super chats over and over and over again, but he's been one of the guys that's been able to keep this show going. So, we still got 4 more supers to get to. We're going to keep the party rolling. I got some stuff on my shirt. It's all good. If we can get to 2,000 in supers, I get to bring my dog on the show for the next live Raiders report on Tuesday. I'd be pretty hyped about that. All right, let's go to Richard Bennett. What do you think about our schedule this year? So, unfortunately, the schedule hasn't come out yet, but you do still have, like, the opponents, right? Now, the Raiders are going to be playing the NFC East. I am really excited about that. Why? Obviously, I live in Dallas, Texas. My girlfriend, she's a big Cowboys fan. Tom's a big Cowboys fan. And also Marshall, he's a Giants fan. So we're going to actually be able to play the NFC East. We're going to be able to play a lot of these teams where, growing up, I had a lot of friends of these teams, right? And if anybody's going to be coming to the Raiders and Cowboys game, which is going to be in Dallas, Texas, I want you guys to hit me up. Let's grab a beer. Instead of doing this whole thing, let's actually grab a beer in real life. I'd be super stoked to have that. I live in downtown Dallas, so literally when you see the skyline on TV, that's where I live. And if you guys are near that area, please hit me up. Don't be afraid to. Don't be shy. But I'm hoping that the Raiders, again, can have a better ending to the season. That's been their big issue. All right, let's go to David Goddins, 84. Did I get that right? This is – oh, wait, no, I got the – hold on. Kings 192. My bad. I'll go grab my Jaeger and chug for you, Tom. Yes, if you want to chug some Jaeger, that's Tom's drink. I want no part of Jaeger. I do not like Jaeger whatsoever. So cheers to you, King. Let's go to David. This is $30 total for me. Tom, we love you. Just not that Cowboy stuff. Good chemistry with Renz. Las Vegas Raiders will have more wins than Dallas. Okay. Who do y'all think is going to have more wins this year? Type R for the Raiders. Type C for the Cowboys. That's the thing. Like, I know people don't like Tom because he does the Cowboy show. However, Tom does a lot of stuff here for us. And if it wasn't for Tom's hard work, we wouldn't be able to do as much stuff we do here at the Raiders Report. So, Tom and I, we've been working together for a long time now. It's actually hard to believe it's been almost 3.5 years. But been to Tom's wedding. He's one of my best friends. There's no doubt about that. Aw, sorry, buddy. Tom said he didn't get me anything for his anniversary. I'll tell you what, if we get to 2,000K in Super Chats, he might be giving me Something pretty special. All right, let's go to David Zahn. What up, David? Tom and Mitch, my guys. James, welcome to the club. Thanks for the amazing product that you guys put forth. Yes, David, appreciate it. For those of you that don't know, we also go live all the time on NFL Daily, which is on our main YouTube channel, which is at Chat Sports, over 230,000 subs. One of the things that we predicate ourselves on is obviously being able to, give you guys content here on the Raiders Report, but also our Chat Sports channel. We've been the #1 most watched NFL draft coverage for 3 straight years. We've been the most watched NFL free agency coverage for 3 straight years. Like NBA draft coverage, NBA free agency trades. Like, we do all of these shows, but it's because of our audience that we've been able to create here. So Tom and I, we've been working our asses off. James as well. Shout out to Brett, who isn't here, but yeah, we do a lot of different things here at Chat Sports, but our channels are based on the interaction, really being able to get to know our audience just a little bit better, and that's something that we've really been able to do. Also, here's a little bit of an update. I didn't see it because I was taking a pee, but Keelan Cole, he signed a 1-year deal with the New York Jets. So former Jags wide receiver Keelan Cole going to the New York Jets. But David, appreciate it. Let's go to $20 super chat from Loco Renegade 19. Keep drinking, Mitch. All right, you guys ready? I'm going to scream Raiders, and I want y'all to also scream Raiders. This is the way we're going to do this, okay? This is the way we're going to do this. Also, a bit of an update here. The Raiders are going to be re-signing Theo Riddick to a 1-year deal, which includes $50K guaranteed. So, also Kenyan Drake, you're also going to bring back Theo Riddick. So that's something to keep in mind, which I'm seeing just come through here. So when I scream Raiders, if you guys could at home, video record yourself screaming Raiders. Tag me on Instagram, tag me on Twitter. When we get done doing today's show, I'm going to share people's. Whoever's the first people to do it, that's who gets shared. So you ready? Raiders! Share it with me. Post it on IG, post it on Twitter, but I want you to do it and tag me on it, and then we'll keep it going. All right, let's go to the next super coming in here from Ricardo. Ricardo's been the OG. He's been the MVP of today's show. Shots from Mitch also would live DD on the cheap. Would love DD. So DD Westbrook also has been a wide receiver that I've said multiple times. I actually think it would be a pretty good fit in terms of a Nelson Aguilar type of replacement. He's had over 60 catches in 2019, 2018, but the injuries have really hindered him. There's no doubt about that. But Ricardo, appreciate the super. I'll spin the roulette wheel for you. We'll see what it lands on here. All right, I got to do my favorite touchdown dance. So, Ricardo, my favorite touchdown dance. So, when I think of my favorite touchdown dance, the one I always go to is like the sprinkler here, right? Like, we'll sprinkle it out. Also, I'm going to go back to like my old days in middle school, breaking it down. What was this called? The funky chicken with like your leg, and you're doing shit like that. Also, when I played flag football, I always did the LT, where it was like you had the football and you just kind of like flipped it. Those are probably my favorite touchdown dances. If somebody wants to go get me some popcorn or a cell phone, hey, I'm all for it. I could definitely use some popcorn right now. Ricardo, cheers to you, man. You've been one hell of a guy on today's show. Let's go to Arlen Howland. Love your show. Raiders! It's actually amazing how often I wake up the next day after doing a show like this and I can't talk. So if you guys see me tomorrow and it's just all sign language on the Raiders Report, you did it to me. You did it to me. Let's go to Joe Girardi. What's up, Joe? We got 2 more super chats and then the show's over, right? If you guys keep the show going, we're going to keep it going. Mitch, Gruden needs to give up the power to Mayock and stop spending on offense. We need help on defense. You're right. I don't totally disagree with you. And from everything that I've heard, John Gruden has actually been the one that's made the first-round picks, and Mayock's made the picks from there on out. So the first-round picks have been the issue, right? Like, that's where we need to get a little bit better. There's no doubt about that. But in terms of Mayock getting more control, I do think that that's the case. Gruden, though, has always been a guy, it's his way or the highway. But we'll see what ultimately ends up happening. But, Joe, cheers to you. Let's go to Marcus Pratt. Oh, Marcus. All right, I'll get a shot. Hang on. Are we just going to try to give Carr a #1 receiver? I like Brown, but it's frustrating to keep signing 3 receivers since the FAB dumpster. So here's my response to that, right? Nobody thought Nelson Aguilar was going to be a good receiver, but Derek Carr was able to elevate his game, and he was ultimately a good fit, right? We'd all agree with that. So you basically bring in another Nelson Aguilar type of receiver. That's what John Brown is on a decent contract. And when John Brown's fully healthy, he can give you the type of production Nelson Aguilar can. I mean, look at his 2019 season. Over 1,000 yards. That's something that literally Nelson Aguilar was never able to do. But in terms of a number one wide receiver, that's what Darren Waller is. He's your number one receiver. You already have a number one. Sure, he's labeled as a tight end, but you're not going to be able to find a receiver right now in the free agent market, maybe minus Kenny Golladay, that can give you the type of production that Waller's going to be able to give. So, I understand the frustration, but my biggest concern right now is, building the offensive line. Because if you don't have an offensive line, it doesn't matter. John Brown, Henry Ruggs, Brian Edwards, these guys are not going to be able to get open because they're not going to have time. But, Marcus, I appreciate the $20 super chat. Cheers to you, dude. Let's go to David Zahn. How much more till puppy time? Basically what I see, we need 300 more. I know we're at 1.7, but unfortunately I can't get the exact number. I think we're about 300 away, and then I can get the puppy. So 300, we'll get the puppy for the next Raiders report. And for all of you that are maybe just join us, we got 789 people watching. Basically what I said is if we can get to 2,000 in super chats, I get to be able to hold my dog for the entire live Raiders report on Tuesday. So we'll be breaking it down. No, I'm gonna hold Chuck for the entire show. Chuck's gonna be fine. We're gonna figure out a way. I'm gonna hold my dog for literally 90 minutes. It's gonna be an absolute disaster, but I'm literally interested to try. How much more? Okay, I already answered that. David, sorry, I'm a little off the wall here. Danny Darko, can you give a shout out to my boy Mario? His dog Sheba is Raider Nation, but she almost broke her hip, and also her favorite quarterback is Jamarcus Russell. All right, so Sheba, shout out to you. Shout out to my boy Mario. Mario, I appreciate that you're watching the show. Danny, I appreciate the super chat. If anybody wants me to start giving super chats, or not super chats, shout outs to people that are watching the show right now, more than happy to do it. You just got to send in the super, and then we'll put it up on screen. But how did she break her hip, man? That's devastating. And favorite quarterback, Jamarcus Russell, man, shit, that might even be more devastating. But, Danny, shout out to you. Appreciate the super chat, my man. I'll take a drink. I don't know how much beer we got out there. I'm going to need a new one here soon, though. Richard, just bought my first bottle of Fireball since 2017 to drink with you. Can't wait for the season. Raider fans, the best in the league. There's no better fans in all of sports than Raider Nation. And if this live stream doesn't prove that, I don't know what you guys need from me. If you ever find me, though, at a bar, the two shots to buy me are Fireball, and there's a shot called Screwball. It's a peanut butter whiskey. So I'm just going to tell you right now, if you guys want to take a shot with me, if you see me out in public, it's Screwball, it's Fireball, and if you subscribe to the Raiders Report, I'm telling you right now, the first round is on me. I will get the first round. But just know that we're going to do Fireball, we're going to do Screwball. But, Richard, I appreciate it. I need to get in touch with Fireball, whoever makes makes that stuff. They need to be a sponsor on the show. I'll drink it every episode if I have to. Let's go to Michael. Laugh my ass off. If I laughed my ass off as much as I have today, I would literally have no ass whatsoever. I hope the Cowboys run out of beer halfway through their stream. I don't know if Tom's ever run out of beer. I don't know if we've ever actually run out of beer during a live stream, but we're getting pretty close here, and I think if we hit 2,000, we might actually hit it. I don't know. This is one of those things where, you ever watch something and you're just curious to see if you can actually hit that goal? I'm at the point now where I don't want the train to end. If you guys keep sending supers, I'll stay here as late as I have to. I don't know if Tom and everyone else will, but I will stay here until I literally fall over. That's my commitment to you. But, Michael, cheers to you. All right, let's go to David Zahn, another one. Fresh out of vodka, switching to 100 proof Kraken. Dude, so my dad's favorite drink. So my dad's favorite drink is actually Kraken and Coke. I shouldn't say it's his favorite. He likes Jack Daniel's Fire and Jack Daniel's Fire and Coke. I don't like straight Kraken, but I do like Kraken and Coke. If I were to drink 100 proof Kraken, it would be just a horrible, horrible day for me. But I appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments section what your guys' favorite drink is. I just saw Rustin Long says Angry Balls. Yes, Angry Balls is actually... Have you ever had Angry Balls? So it's Fireball and Angry Orchard. It's like a spiced apple cider. It is. It's absolutely phenomenal. But David, appreciate you. But yes, I'm with you there. I like Kraken and Coke, but 100 proof Kraken, that would kick my ass. All right, let's go to David Goodins. Blowing my stimulus check here. It's cool. Raiders. So I have actually yet to get my stimmy, but maybe today's sponsor should actually be Joe, Stimmy Joe. But yes, if it wasn't for Joe, I don't know what we'd be doing. It's funny actually though. I had a Raiders fan tell me that he would sponsor the show with his stimmy check. That would be pretty crazy. But yes, Ricardo's been the MVP of today's show. There's no doubt about that. But David, cheers to you. Cheers to the nation. This has been an unbelievable show. I can't even believe that we're at this point here. Let's go to Michael. Cheers to the best fans in the NFL, Seahawks and Raiders. It's the Raiders. The Raiders are the best fans in sports. I will say the 12s have shown out in our other YouTube channels that we've done here. But, yes, they're up there. I don't know who else has got left. Where are we here? All right, we got This Is the Show That Never Ends from David Zahn. We got 3 supers left. 1? See, I see Gabriel. What's Gabriel? All right, so Gabriel, we still got a few more. All right, so this is the show that never ends. You're right. And the show will never end unless you guys stop super. So when the supers stop, we stop. It's really as simple as that. If you guys want to talk more Raiders, hey, send those questions. I'd be more than happy to answer your Raiders questions as well. What about Patron? I have Patron at home. I'll be honest with you, although Patron does bad things to me. Tequila, wicked. It just does wicked things to my body. So I try to stay away from Patron. Oh, hang on a second. That one hurt. That one was from that burp came from my toes. But if I take Patron, just know that bad things are going to happen in the future. So if you offer me Patron or any tequila at a party, it's no bueno. All right, we got Gabriel. What up, Gabriel? You missed my other super chat, laugh loud, but I feel like we're lacking a solid linebacker. Morrow's good, but Devin White type of linebacker. Spin that roulette. All right, Gabriel, here's the other one. So I'll give you a shot, and I'll spin the roulette wheel. To the right a little bit. There we go. We're good. All right, so are we still lacking a Devin White? Sure. And I know a lot of people were actually mad at me when I was like, hey, we should take Devin White instead of Cleveland Ferrell. But now y'all can see why I wanted White. He's a phenomenal linebacker. The issue is you're not really going to be able to find a linebacker like that in free agency. Tom, do you think there's a linebacker like that in the draft right now? I mean, Jeremiah will score more is great.
Yeah, I'm going to unmute myself here. If you want speed, if you want that Devin White-style guy, I do think Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah makes some sense there, purely from a speed perspective.
So there you go. There's Tom's 2 cents. He's the best guy in the world when it comes to NFL draft content. But I just don't know if you're going to be able to find a guy like Devin White. Morrow's good, but I'm with you. He's not like a standout guy like White. There's no doubt about that. So, Gabriel, I'm taking a shot here. Cheers. They re-signed Theo Riddick. You're right. The Raiders did re-sign Theo Riddick to a 1-year deal that includes $50K guaranteed. My boss James literally just said, what? Hey, Mitch, what would you do if I do a $500 super chat? Raiders! For a $500 super chat, I'll make you a deal here. For a $500, I can't do what he just said. That's not allowed. 500 what? Send him a Raiders jersey? I can't send him a dick pic. Apparently my boss is going to send you a dick pic. I don't know if that's what you want. How about a $500 super chat? I'll make you a deal. We're gonna send you a Raiders jersey, and if you want to have an opportunity, we'll do some more drinking. I'm trying to think of what else we could do. I don't know, $500. That's the biggest one ever. How about Zoom on the next live Raiders show? How about this? We'll send you we're going to send you a Raiders jersey. You're going to be able to Zoom on the Raiders report for Tuesday's live when I'm holding Chuck. And then we're also we're going to do the next show presented by you. So when I start the show, it'll be like, Raiders Report presented by Joe Girardi. We're going to send you a Raiders jersey presented by you, and all of us are going to take a shot here. And we're going to zoom you in the next Raiders Report show. So that's that. So Tuesday when we go live, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific, all the Raiders cuts that I make, so all my mailbags, all my segments, it will be presented by Joe Girardi. You're going to zoom in for a call. We're going to talk some Raiders, probably for like 5, 10, 15 minutes. I don't know how long you want to talk Raiders. That's up to you. And then we're also going to send you a Raiders jersey. Somebody just said, Marcus said, dick pics are for 49ers fans. That's absolutely hilarious. So, also, y'all, if we hit 2,000, I get to do the show with my dog, Chuck. So, keep that in mind. Mitch, can we get Carr, Jacobs, Mad Max, or a Raider player on the show and do an open mailbag? Much love to the channel and the crew. So, I've already had Dale Levitt. I've had Tyrell Williams on, who sure is not a player anymore. I've also had a few of the UDFAs who are no longer members, like Madre Harper, Dominic Eberle. I've asked Max to come on before. Max told me, though, that he didn't want to come on at the current moment, but he's also kind of flaked out on me 2 or 3 times. So if y'all want to get Max on the show, DM him. But I've tried with Max. For some reason, though, he just wants to go on busting with the boys. Doesn't want to support the Raiders Report. That's up to him, though. But, hey, man, I would love to get the other guys on. We'll see. Let's go to David Zahn. Someone needs to call me, and I'll give my card number to make the puppy happen. A loss for you. If I have it, here for hours. Appreciate it. You know what? This is what we're going to do. If you guys keep sending in supers, if you guys send in a $50 super chat, like, what do we just get here? We got Alex D. Alex D, you just keep sending them in. If you guys want to hit me up on Instagram, it's at Mitchell Renz 365. I can't believe we're still live here, but you know what? We're going to keep this thing going. We got Rustin Long. Let's hope for some solid picks across the board this year to complete the roster. I'm with you. I'm going to have to do a new mock draft. If somebody wants to do a mock draft with me, you know what? That's a good offer. How about this? I'm going to be doing a mock draft video pretty soon coming up here. So if anybody wants to do a mock draft with me, send in a $50 or $100 super chat, and we'll get it marked up here. We'll hit me up. I don't know what I'm saying, guys. At this point, we're off the walls. There's so much shit going on.
Mitch is hammered.
In the background, I am. I'm pretty drunk right now. I'm not gonna lie with you. Let's go to Alex D. What's Gruden's problem with a 3-4 defense? I think Gruden has it set in his ways. It also comes down to what Gus Bradley wants to do. It also comes down to what Rod Marinelli wants to do, and I don't really think that's the defense that they ultimately want to run. Alex D, email me. See, I feel like if I give my email, everyone's going to email me. Alex, message me on Instagram at MitchellRenz365. Maybe throw in the chat what your Instagram handle is. That way I can message you. Let's do like a mock draft together or something. You guys have been absolutely incredible here. Let's go to the next one coming in here. Marshall, you want to take a shot? Marshall's coming to take a shot for a $50 super. We got 777 people watching right now. If we get to 2,000 in supers, I get to do a live Raiders report with my dog Chuck, which would make me happy. Just finished the fireball. Don't worry, just a pint. Just a pint. Oh, shit. That's funny as hell. Who is your favorite current Raider, and what game got you the most juiced? Go Raiders. So from this past year, the game that got me the most hype, I hate to say it's probably the Jets game just because the way it ended was pretty wild. The Chargers game got me mad. The Dolphins game got me really mad as well. My favorite Raider at this current juncture is probably Darren Waller just because he works his tail off. He keeps it pretty quiet, so I'd probably say it's ultimately Darren Waller. So, Marshall, when you're ready, what are you doing? Marshall's going to do some fireball here. He's the guy that's in the chat talking to all y'all, like putting the comments in there, making you guys say crazy stuff. Extreme PC Vid says Mitch isn't even buzzed. I'm pretty buzzed right now, I'm going to be honest with you. Let's go to Marcus Pratt. Dick pics are for 49ers fans. This comment alone just got me dying. So I'm going to spin the roulette wheel. That is the final super chat, right? Nope, I'm totally off. We got more. We're not even close. All right, I got to refresh my computer. So, all right, hang on a second. I owe you guys 10 curls. So we don't have any weights here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to curl the Jack Daniels here. That's the wrong cap. I don't know where the cap is. So I owe you guys 10 curls. That's what the roulette wheel says. So Marcus Pratt. All right, so appreciate the question. We're at 1.8K. We got 800 people watching. If you're just tuning in, We went live for Kenyan Drake signing to the Las Vegas Raiders for 2 years, $14.5 million, $11 million guaranteed. And we're just deciding to keep the show going. It's turned into a drinking Raiders report. It's turned into a Raiders tailgate at its absolute finest. LV top 5 running back room now. Also, your thoughts. I love how you spelled that on the signings. In terms of Kenyan Drake, yes, I think Kenyan Drake, Jalen Richard, Josh Jacobs, and now re-signed with Theo Riddick. It is a top 5 running back unit. I'd actually say maybe even top 3. The only running back group that I would say is definitely ahead of the Raiders still is the Cleveland Browns with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. Those are probably the top 2. But this is a very good running back room. And then in terms of my other thoughts on the signings, Yannick Ngakoue is an A+. I'll say John Brown, B-. We'll throw out Quentin Jefferson's probably a C. Solomon Thomas, probably a C-. Kenyan Drake, I gave a C grade as well, just in terms of overall fit. Who else? Nicholas Morrow, all those guys obviously re-signed as well, which was good. But we'll see here. But Henry, appreciate the super, my man. Let's go to Joe Girardi. Mitch, the max super chat is $100. Need to open it up to $500. I'm ready. Are you? Raiders! So, Joe, I actually know that...
It says 500 on our end, so I'm not sure what that is.
So we can actually... It says 500 on our end. That's the max that you can send in is 500. You could do 5 100s if you wanted. So again, if you do 5 100s, you get to come on the Raiders Report on Tuesday. The show will be presented by you. So all of the segments that I film, presented by you. And I'm going to send you a Raiders jersey. And everyone here at Chat Sports is going to take some shots. So
Rustin says you can type in 500.
You can type in 500.
I'm not sure how it's working on his end.
So Rustin said you can type in 500. Again, the biggest super chat we ever had here is 300. So, Joe, if you want to send in a 500, you want to break the record.
If he says 500, I'll go to the strip club right now.
All right, if you send in 500, we're all going to the strip club. That's what my boss James just said. So if you want us to go to a strip club here in Dallas, Texas, you send in the $500, we'll get it going. So, Joe, appreciate you. Let's go to John L. Davis. Can you grade each free agent pickup so far? I think I kind of just did. I'll do it again real quick, though. Yannick, A+. Let's go John Brown, B-. Quentin Jefferson, C. Solomon Thomas, C+. Kenyan Drake, I gave that a C grade as well. Who else did the Raiders sign? I'm losing my freaking mind. Nicholas Morrow re-signing is a B. Jonathan Hankins is a B. God. Theo Riddick, I'll give a C. Kenyan Drake, I already gave that a C. Those are all my grades there from top to bottom. But, John, Denzel, good. I actually really like that. That's probably an A- grade for me because of his. Solomon Thomas already gave that a C+. Richie Incognito, that's one I missed. That's a B- grade, C+. Probably some. I gave that a C. Quentin Jefferson was a C. And Gabe Jackson trade and Rodney Hudson. I mean, for the fact that you were able to at least get something, that's a B grade for me. So, John L., appreciate the super chat, my man. All right, let's go to David Zahn. Chuck the Pup. Yes, go follow my dog on Instagram. He is at It's Chuck the Pup. And if you want to go heckle my girlfriend, she's at Just Alex Sophia. She won't know what hit her. All right, let's go to Ivan Mendia here. Shout out to Sheba and the broken hip, and shout out Jamarcus. So, Sheba, what up, Sheba, and the broken hip, and shout out Jamarcus. Appreciate the super chat, Ivan. Much love to you. I don't know what we're doing here anymore, but this has been just an off-the-wall show. I can't even believe that we have gotten this far, but this is why I love y'all. This is so crazy. All right, can you imagine this show is going to be on repeat? I'll tell you what. When the show's over, this might end. And I also think everyone here at Chat Sports is going to be leaving too. So luckily, though, you can see this a little bit later on. Like if you guys want to go watch this later on, there's going to be somebody that stumbles across this. Also, we just hit 1.9K. So $100 super chat away from being Chuck the Pup coming on here. But this is amazing, David Zahn. I'm with you. Cheers to you. All right, let's go to the next super chat from Coach All Day 99. I don't even have any questions left for you and me both. This is strictly for the puppy on Tuesday and more shots. Actually, Tom, who should be targeting in the second round. All right, Tom's going to answer while I take this shot.
I guess it depends, obviously, on what you guys end up doing in round one. If you're looking for maybe a right tackle option, I doubt Tevin Jenkins falls. That'd be an absolute steal. I like the idea of going after a safety. I think either Trevon Merrick from TCU or Richie Grant probably has a pretty good chance of being on the board. So I'd like those two guys. And then insert, if you want an edge rusher still, I think that could be an option as well. I think like a Jalen Phillips might be there because of his medical issues.
That's it. All right, so appreciate Tom answering. He's one of the NFL draft gurus. He's one of the best in the absolute biz. Go give him a follow at WhatGoingDowny on Twitter. Coach All Day 99. Appreciate the $20 super. I'm gonna spin the roulette wheel because I feel like it. All right, let's go to Looney Rooney. Stimmy, Ricky! Yes, Ricardo. Stimmy, Ricardo. He's been the MVP of today's show. We've had a lot of people super chat, and obviously I appreciate you guys very much. And the reason why we always have people super is because the more supers we get, it's pretty simple. We could do more videos. We can hire more people, and there's going to be a day where literally I'm going to be able to make like 2-3 Raiders videos a day. Like, I don't know how close that is, but the more and more y'all support the show, the more and more that this can happen. But today's show has been crazy. All right, let's go to Richard Bennett here. From what I see and hear, Derek Carr is a true Raider through and through. Are there any other players you get that feeling from? Max Crosby? I mean, if you get tatted, like that's the thing. If you get tatted with the Raiders shield, that makes you Raiders for life. I know Max Crosby bleeds silver and black. Cleveland Ferrell, Josh Jacobs, those are two other guys that I know. Also Derek Carr, I think Darren Waller as well. I don't know if I could put any other players up there off the top of my head at this current juncture, but those are probably the top 4 guys that come to my mind that I know bleed silver and black, that I know absolutely love the Raiders. So appreciate the super though, Richard. Marshall, I need another beer. We got to get another beer. I know. At this point, I don't care if I got to leave here stumbling. It's whatever. All right, we got David Zahn, Puppy Tuesdays. Let's do this, Raiders, from David Zahn. Again, I don't know how close we are. Also, a shout out to the $1 super chat from James Huffsticker. Appreciate you guys sending in. I mean, again, I said if we get to 2,000 in supers, I'm going to do the full live Raiders report on Tuesday with my dog in my arms for the entire episode. So he weighs probably like 25 pounds. If you guys start seeing me sweat, it's because I'm holding a 25-pound dog for over 90 minutes. Got a $20. I'll tell you what, I think we might actually do it. It's pretty crazy. Let's go to 300 bones here for the next super chat. All right, Tom, next one. All right, you got a historic Raiders foot race. Who wins? Henry Ruggs, Hayward Bay, Jacoby Ford. I'm going to go Henry Ruggs. Tom says trick question. Tom's going to talk here.
Trick question. It's DeMarcus Van Dyke.
Who the hell's that? So back in 2011, he ran apparently a 4.25. I'm still going to put my money, though, on Henry Ruggs because that's the one I remember. All right, 300 bones. Let's spin the roulette wheel. We'll get it going. Appreciate the super, my man. This is much love to you. I got Eric M. I like Adoree Jackson. What are your thoughts? He's a good cornerback from USC, and ultimately when he got drafted by the Tennessee Titans, they were hoping he could do a lot of different things. I don't really know if he fully lived up to that hype. He's a good playmaker. He can also give you some value on special teams. But it really comes down to the type of deal that he's willing to get. But for the Raiders, it does sound like they want to go with a veteran cornerback because they still want to be able to get Damon Arnett some time, Trayvon Mullen some time. I don't think Adoree Jackson is going to be a player that they bring in. But Eric, cheers to you. All right, y'all. So if you want to get your questions on the show, you got a super chat or use hashtag Raiders. If we hit 2,000 in supers, which is we're less than 100, we're probably like 60 away. 60? 50? Marshall's give me a 5, but it looks like 6 at this point. We're 50 away. I get to do a live Raiders Report on Tuesday with Chuck in my arms. 90 more. Let's do this. Chuck the pup. Oh yeah, build the defense, man. David, I'm with you. You've been absolutely incredible here. Oh man. All right, let's go to Lyndon Smith. Buck. I almost said it. Buck the Broncos. Everyone, type Buck the Broncos in the comment section. Lyndon, cheers to you. All right, the next one's coming in here is. Enjoy the dancers, guys. Don't forget to bring Chuck. Chuck's going to be ready. He's going to be ready to rock and roll. He's going to go a little crazy because, again, he is a puppy. We did it. Chuck's get to come on the show. Let's go. Let's go. Chuck's going to come on the show next Tuesday. Oh, man, that's awesome. We did it. So, again, we're going to be live next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. We're going to be doing a live Raiders report. I'm going to be holding Chuck the Pup for the entire... That's up to you. You're the one. Oh, man. So we did it. Spam Chuck the Pup in the comments. If you want to do it, I'm okay with it.
Hey, congrats. This is a big move. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Sam needs the alcohol. All right, so we did it. We hit it. So basically what's going to happen is this. On the next Raiders report, Tuesday live show, when we go live for the whole 90 minutes, I'm going to hold my dog Chuck in my arms, and we're going to do the show. So yeah, this table's in rough shape.
Hey, please super chat a new table.
All right, guys. Cheers to you. This is Jack. Strip club money. I think we might have to. All right. Shooter Gang 916. Joe. So Joe, because he put in the stimmy checks. Shout out to Joe for helping out the Raiders report today. Rustin Long, best show, Raider Nation for life. Chat Sports, shout out to the nation. Everyone spam Raider Nation for life down there in the comments, man. This has been a show I will truly never forget. I can't even begin to tell you where we are right now and how this even happened, but we're here, and I'm glad it happened. So don't forget the ones, fellas. Strip club. I'll tell you what. It's funny that you say you don't think we're playing. I think we might actually go.
2,500 will cost hire strippers to come here.
Oh my God.
IG Live.
I can't say that. I can't say what he just said. Oh my God. All right, we got Mario Lopez. Mitch taking the bag of tortillas on his way out. So I always pack my lunch every day, and I always meal prep. So I had a whole bunch of tortillas for some tacos, and yeah, I'm going to definitely be eating some tortillas on my way out of here. Mario, appreciate the super chat. So I'm going to make you guys this deal here. We keep hitting these unbelievable landmarks. There's no doubt about it. I can't even believe we're at this point. So if we hit 2,500 in supers. Tom's looking at me in a really weird way. I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live.
You're drunk. I don't trust you right now, dude.
Live on Instagram tonight, and we're going to be live for another 30 minutes. And I'm just going to warn you, if you hear me call off tomorrow, it's because of that. But no, I've only called off 3 times in my time here at Chat Sports. But if we get to 2,500, I'll do an Instagram live tonight. That's my offer to y'all. All right, so Marshall, we did hit 2K. Tom, we did hit 2K. People are asking, hey, are you going to come on and give a drink? So, yes, they are going to come on. So, Alex actually just texted me. My girlfriend Alex just texted me and said, is she allowed to come on the show? I'll ask my boss, James. James, 2,500 in super chats. Can Chuck and my girlfriend Alex come on the show? I don't know. She just messaged me. I have no idea. Better long-term, Burrow or Trevor Lawrence? I'll probably actually go Trevor Lawrence. I like Trevor Lawrence a lot. Here you go. Oh, wow. I am sorry. That came out of nowhere. I don't know where that came from. Is it behind me? I don't know, but it came out of nowhere. So it's funny, though, that Alex just messaged me. Alex said she's going to bring pizza for everyone, and she said, you better not go to a strip club. But it's okay. It's all good. It's all good here. We're having a lot of fun. I appreciate everyone that keeps on sending stuff. But I'm Team Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to type L for Lawrence. If you guys think Burrow is better, you can go ahead and type B, L for Lawrence, or B for Burrow. He's going to take a shot, and I'm going to finish this off. A full bottle of Fireball. It's gone. It's done. I can't even believe what has just happened here. So, watch out, Marshall. You're running into stuff. So, what do you think if the Raiders went with Zaven Collins at pick 17? I'd be okay with it. He's a versatile player. I know the Raiders have been interested in a guy like Kyle Long before, but ultimately, he's a good player. I just don't think that that's the way that they go. If they do, sure, man, I'd be totally okay with it. So basically, this is what's happened. We got 700 people watching, over 2K in Super Chats, over 1,500 likes. We got people coming and going here at Chat Sports. Like, nobody anticipated what's happening here on the Raiders Report, and I feel like we're at this train where we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep rolling through Super Chats, though, so are we doing this or what? I don't know what that means. Are we doing this or what? So my promise was this. Chuck the Pup comes on Tuesday's show. He's at home, so I can't physically go home, and I can't bring him back. So on Tuesday's live show, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific, you will see an entire live show with my 25-pound dog in my arms. That's my offer. That's all I got for you. So there you go, David. Let's go to Coach All Day, $20 Super Chat. Foot race question from a youngster. Bo Jackson, Willie Gault, and Cliff Branch. Go Chuck. I'll tell you what. Out of all those guys, I'm probably still going to give it to Cliff Branch. Bo, though, see, Bo's a different breed. Bo is the greatest athlete that has ever lived. And I'm okay with saying that. It's hard to be an all-pro running back and to be an all-star in the MLB. Nobody's ever done that. Bo was so fast for his size that his hips literally came undone. Like, medically, it's not possible what happened to Bo Jackson. That's how athletic he was. So, Coach All Day, I appreciate you. Cheers to you. Let's go, Chuck the Pup. That's right, Chuck's coming on the show. Michael, much love to the Super Chat. Appreciate everyone watching right now. And if you guys want to get your questions on the show, I don't know how many more we got. We got at least 5 more Super Chats. Let's keep them going. All right, who's your favorite Raider of all time? I have to say Bo or Seawood. It's either Charles Woodson or Bo Jackson for me as well. Also throw in Howie Long. My dad's favorite Raider is Bo Jackson and Howie Long. I like Bo because I'm a baseball guy through and through. But Bo, unbelievable baseball player, unbelievable athlete. So if I get Bo Jackson on the show, shit, I would lose my cool. Let's go to Marcus Pratt. Chuck the Pup gonna be running around the strip club like James Harden. Oh, that's funny as F. I'll tell you what. Hang on a second. I just saw something come across from Vic. Yes, so I agree with you. Chuck. He'll be pretty wild. Guys, I'll be honest. I'm at this point now where I don't really like to show how tipsy I am, but I don't know if I can hide it anymore. We're just at that point. Marcus, cheers to you. Let's go to David Zahn. Mitch is definitely a little tortilla guy. Eat up, my dude. Guys earned it. I'll eat after the show. There's always time to eat, and I'll do it after the show. Let's go to Jack Bishop, one of the best guys watching from Australia, or Austria. I don't remember which one. I think it was Australia. Do you think we make more big splash? It's either Anthony Harris, or in terms of big splash, or Richard Sherman, Casey Hayward. Those are your big splashes. So, all right, we got another super chat coming in from Mondo A. How many Chucky heads on the chance of being hungover? 3 Chucky heads. It's pretty likely. If you guys want to throw in the chat how many Chucky heads you think it's going to be for me being hungover, throw it down in the comment section below. The last super chat coming in is from Tuba22. It's just a $20 super. So this is what's going to happen. Oh my God, if we got another. All right, so I'm going to take a shot here. Give me a sec. Oh God, you guys are killing me.
Mitch, I will drive you home. Don't worry.
Oh, hang on a sec. Another super chat. It's coming in here. We're hitting up. We got Richard and Rustin, and we got 3 more. Here we go. I mean, honestly, guys, I'm not kidding you when I say this. I've actually never thrown up on a Raiders Report show. I'm not close, but I'll do it for y'all if that's what you want. I will stay here until something happens. Can you shout out my bud, Tristan Robbins, and take a drink for him? All right, Tristan Robbins, you better be drinking with me. Tristan and Richard, cheers to you. Tag me again, IG, Twitter. Also tag Chat Sports. We'd appreciate it. All right, let's go to the next one. Tim, Bo, Charles, Howie, and Kenny, soon to be DC for life. I like Derek Carr. However, he needs to win more playoff games. He needs to win potentially a Super Bowl for me to put him up there with Tim, Bo, Charles, and Howie. That's just me being real with you. I love DC, but You got to win. You do got to win. I know the defense has been bad, but you do got to win for me to put them up there. Let's go to Rashio. Can't believe you're still alive. You and me both, man. You and me both. You got one more super coming here, and it's a $20 super chat. I got to spin the roulette wheel because we ran out of alcohol. I'm just being real. Joe is a fraud. Joe is a fraud. Here we go. I think he means Joe Biden because people are sending their stimmy checks. Another $20 super from Marcus Pratt. Can somebody, Marshall Harrison, can somebody please come in? I need help. I need a drink. I need somebody to help me out. Come in here. Keep the show going. I don't want it to die. So Chase is about to come in. We might actually get Harrison too. We might actually get Harrison to come in here and take a drink. So everyone just got up outside the studio. I don't know what's going to happen yet. But I need to lean over because we're getting tired. So this is, I think it's 4 Chucky heads for Marcus Pratt in terms of being hungover. Yeah, I'm in trouble for tomorrow. There's no doubt about that, which I think is funny because coming in there today, we had all these things planned, right? Like, I literally spent my entire morning planning out NFL Daily, planning out all these shows, planning out all these things I was going to do, and I did none of them. I did absolutely none. Another $50 super chat from Michael. Let's go. Chase. We got Marshall, Harrison. You're all taking one. Let's go. Oh, God. Alex gets to come on the show at 2,500. That's the goal. Here's Chase. All right. We're good. Chase is taking a shot here. Harrison, you got to come on too. Harrison, I need you to come on. Where? Yeah, use it. I don't know who's used it. All right, so everyone is about to take a shot here. I don't know what we're doing. Who? So Harrison just said Tom's cooked. Tom's sitting behind the screen like this right now. Guys, I know we're off the walls right now.
That's a different input for me. I don't know how to do it.
Appreciate Raider
Are we all getting in here?
Everyone come on in.
Hey, stimmy season?
Stimmy season. So, all right, this is everyone from Chat Sports. Shout out to everyone. Cheers to Raider Nation. Shout out to Ricardo, Marcus Pratt, Shooter Gang 916, Michael, Eric Aguaya. This has been unbelievable. I don't believe what I just saw. Like, I just... guys, I don't... Al Michael, Ricardo, keep it going. Come on, nation. Let's get Mitch trashed. I'm trashed. Like, I'm there. Alex D just sent in a $20 super. We're going to spin the roulette wheel here. What's this shot? Who's this for? Take it. Yeah, please. Mark's like, all right, I'll take it. Guys, I mean, this is incredible. If you get to 2,500 in supers, Alex, we're going to have my dog Chuck on. I forgot his name for a second. And we're going to have my girlfriend Alex on next Tuesday's live show. I mean, we're breaking records here, and I just can't believe that we're doing it. Chase is filming on Instagram. This has been absolutely insane. We got Eric Aguaya says, Raiders! You guys are fools. We still need a free safety. Yes, we do. Malik Hooker, Anthony Harris. Oh, boy. Those are the top 2 guys that I want. We got a $50 in from Michael. That's why all the people on here earlier were taking a shot. Also, we got a few more coming in here, Tom. We got Alex D. Oh, man. Who else we got? Alex D. So hang on, Alex. I owe you a drink. Cheers to you. What did you say? I don't know what they're talking about. They're talking about some...
Mitch is the man. Got to bounce.
Harrison's got to leave. I don't know where he's going, but he's leaving me. All right, Tuba. Started late and catching up content and drinking craziness. Not sure you can say you don't like Drake move horse that you got here. I mean, Drake is a C move to me. It's just not about, like, in terms of, what's a good word here? It wasn't a good fit in terms of, like, spending money. If I could spend 14.5, I would have rather spent it on the defense. That's why some people were ultimately upset with this move. But Tuba, I appreciate it. Guys, I don't know. Hang on a sec. I don't know what I'm going to eat today. Alex, if you're watching, order me a burger. Order me some food for when I get home. I'm going to need it. Definitely going to need it. We got some more supers coming in here. Again, if we get to 2,500, Alex is going to come on the show. I'm already going to have Pup Chuck. He's coming on Tuesday. Chase is laughing at me. The issue is, like, after the show, I'm going to call my dad on my walk home. He's going to be like, what the hell are you doing? Dad, I mean, that's just this part of it here.
Mitch, I'm going to drive you home, okay?
This is going to be Torn Up Raiders Report 10 minutes after the show. Over there, going to be sign a big free agent. I mean, I'll tell you what, if they sign a big free agent, I'm still going to make a video. But I want everyone to know ahead of time. Just know what happened before, because it's not going to be a pretty scene.
we might just make you go home.
But we're going to do something. That's all I know. So David's on. I just want everyone to know from the Raider Nation, if the Raiders make a move, we'll do a video. But I don't know what it's going to be like. Just going to warn you. Let's go to Yo-Yo 420-6666. Let's keep it going. You got it, my man. All right, let's pour this shot here. Give me. This is the last super chat here. Nothing else here, so we're going to pour a shot. Oh, God. Cheers to y'all. I don't know how much more I can do. We're dying. We're dying here. So if you guys want more videos around the Raiders, free agency, turn on those notifications. Hit that big red button that says subscribe and join the Raiders Report, the #1 most watched Raiders show on YouTube. I mean, we break down videos all the time. We don't always do these kind of things, but we do it once in a while once y'all do it. And we got another one. David Zahn says, come on, man, it's not over. It ain't over until the fat lady sings. And that's what David Zahn's telling me here. So seriously, subscribe, join the Raiders Report, free videos, and also during the season we do these like live game shows where you're going to basically see this, where we can't actually show the game, but we break it down. We have a good time, and it's basically like you're watching right now, but it's a little bit different. And here they come in. What's the super chat total? We're about like 250 away from 2,500. Come on, man, it's not over. David, I hear you, but it might actually be over for me. Like that's. I'll say this, though. If I have to throw up on the Raiders Report, I will do it. I'll do it because it'll go viral, and if it does go viral, it's totally worth it to me. Let's go to the next one. Coach All Day 99. What's the super chat total? 2,200 something? Or like, oh, Eidos. And Eidos throws in another 20. Oh, boy. Hang on a second. We're going to spin the roulette. We're gonna spin the roulette wheel. We're at like now we're at 2,300. So you guys are crazy. I don't even know. We're at 2,300. That's what we're at. It's the biggest Raiders Report show I've ever done. It's not even close. So appreciate you guys. Bring back Eric Harris. Just kidding. Rest in peace, Joe. I don't know who Joe is. I'm gonna say rest in peace to him. Bring back Eric Harris. He actually already signed with the Atlanta Falcons. So Eric Harris is now a member of Atlanta. Give me a sec. Oh, man. Here they come. Oh, you guys. I mean, realistically, what's funny about this is, like, I could be here literally all night, and I don't know what it entails. Tom's behind the scenes. He's tipsy. Marshall's trying to do work. He's tipsy. I mean, I got people looking at me like, I don't know what's going on. The screen, I got like 8 screens in front of me right now, and it's just mind-blowing. We got Mondo. Mitch drank long enough that he spilled on his shirt, and it dried up. What's funny about that is it's so true. Like, I literally took a beer bomb. It spilled all over my shirt, and it was that long. Guys, we've been live for like, what, 3 hours? 2 hours? I have no idea. It's been a long time, though. I just don't know. But yes, Mondo, I'm with you. Cheers to you. Let's go to Eidos. Eidos, $20 super, no comment. Marshall, you owe me 10 squats. Come on. Come on. Sam, You owe me 10 jumping jacks. That's what it's telling me on the roulette wheel right now. All right, what do you guys want? Type S for shots or type S for squats? What do you guys want from Marshall? Marshall, what do you want to do? Marshall's going to take a shot. All right. I mean, what do we have to lose is right. So Marshall's going to take a shot of Fireball. I just don't know. I don't know. We're at a lot of supers. Eidos. Here comes Marshall. We'll give him a follow on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_, I think is what the name is. If you guys like 15-year-olds running on football fields, you're going to absolutely love Marshall's Twitter handle. Seriously, though, go give him a follow. I wish I could just send the end amount. Let's get the girl and the dog from David Zahn. I mean, David, I don't know how much you've sent, but you've sent a shit ton. There's no doubt about that. I mean, we're 200 away. I'll make you guys a deal. If one person sends in a $200 super chat, Tuesday's Raiders Report will be presented by you. Okay? If we can get to 2,500, Alex comes on, Chuck the Pup comes on. If I get a $200 super chat, Raiders Report is presented by you. It's as simple as that. Tom's waving his 5 around. I don't know. We keep coming them in, though. Shout out to my uncle, WildStang_68, and bro at Empino_45. If that's their Instagram handles, shout out to those guys. Jules Kid 91, appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you supporting the show. If you're just now coming across the Raiders Report, we always do normal Raiders stuff, but today's show is just off the walls, and we're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it going. All right, we got the next one coming in from Alex D. Oh. Send me a water burger, and we are good. I'll tell you what. I don't know what. Holy sh! We did it! We did it! Alex is going to come on. Chuck the Pup is coming on. And the show is going to be presented by Coach All Day 99. Done so. Coach All Day. Email me, Mitch at Chat. I don't know what to do. So Coach All Day. I mean, the show's presented by him on Tuesday. James just said strip club. So Coach All Day 99 said done. $200 super. So on Tuesday's live show, we're going to go over Raiders news, whatever else we do. The show will be presented by Coach All Day 99. So when you guys already see it, you're going to be like wondering what the hell's going on. All the segments, all the shows presented by Coach All Day 99. Alex gets to come on the show. Chuck gets to come on the show. Come on, guys.
Sam, you motherfucker, get in here.
Let's go. He can make people drink a lot better than I can. Let's go. Pour a shot for everyone. We're at 2,500. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but we're here. Hang on. You're about to see like 90% of the Chat Sports team. We're about to go full screen here. 80? 70? I don't know. We're going to have a lot of people. Hang on a sec, guys. 2,600. Oh, my God. So, Coach All Day 99, show is presented by you. I need to make myself a note.
Okay. Remind me, Coach O, Spawn Show Tuesday.
All right, you guys.
Hey, here's the feeling good all the time.
Cheers, guys. This is fucking wild. Oh, God.
Whoa, slippery Tom.
Oh, my God. All right, guys. We're going to do a few more questions. Tom just said he's really effed up. The graphics are getting a little bit wild here. We're going to have to fill out a piece of paper that we have to get Chuck and Alex in. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to figure out a way.
Chuck, we're going to put him in a book bag.
Okay.
No animals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no good.
All right, so
I know the rule.
all right, so the rules are
Like those Adidas bags.
all right, so the rules are we actually can't bring dogs into the building that we're at. So what?
Don't tell
All right,
the,
just
the
don't tell
building.
anyone.
Don't tell the building.
Don't tell anyone. So we're gonna bring Chuck.
The digital real building in Dallas. Don't tell anyone.
So we're gonna bring him in a book bag.
No snitches.
No snitches. So we're gonna bring him in a book bag. He's gonna be on the show. Alex is also gonna be on the show. So you guys are gonna see a really strange Raiders report on Tuesday. I don't really know what to expect, but you guys are gonna see some wild shit. But Coach All Day, the show will be presented by you, and yes, no snitching about Chuck. That's funny as shit. I appreciate everyone watching right now. We got a few more supers come in. David Zahn, and then JR65. I mean, we're gonna keep it going. I don't. Marshall, you wanna start giving some shout outs to people? David, wild stank shout out super chat Sunday super. Let's make this happen. I mean, if something happens here for the Raiders, I'm just gonna apologize to everyone who just stumbles across.
Look, if something happens, we're changing the title, and then that's it.
I don't know, man. This has been crazy. So I just can't believe. I need to tie my shoe. Chris Smith, shout out to you. Appreciate the super chat. I owe you all a few drinks here. Breaking news: Mitchie is uh-oh. Yep. No, I'm drunk. Like I don't really like to admit that very often on these shows, but we're at that point. Let's go to Chili Maine 213. Mitch, what's the chance of us signing Sherman and Harris? Both of them. Probably one Chucky head in terms of signing at least one of those players. I'll actually give it 2 Chucky heads. If you were to ask me who's the more likely player to get signed, I will say Richard Sherman. Charlie, appreciate it. Let's go to Dark Side Chevy. What up, Dark Side? Are you or Chat Sports have or gonna have or get a legacy brick at the Allegiant Stadium? You know, I've actually been thinking about it. Obviously, though, like if I get one, I just want to put Raiders Report on it. I don't really want to put my name or Chat Sports. I'd rather just put Raiders Report on it. Maybe potentially it's something I've been thinking about, but maybe we'll invest some of this money that we made today on a legacy brick. I actually don't know how much a legacy brick is. If you guys could throw in the chat how much it is, that'd be great. So let's go to Tuba22. For the record, I'm with you on value of Drake Steele. I meant don't have this crazy show without him. I think in terms of a 2-year, $14.5 million deal for a running back, it's a good deal if they use him the right way. So Gruden wants to use him as a joker. Ultimately, though, I do think it's still a bit of an overspend because, again, it's at the running back position. All right, Tuba, appreciate it. We got Eric coming in here. You think we're locked in with good James and Incognito for interior line? Yes, I do. I don't think that they move on from any of those guys. And Andre James is somebody that they're very confident in, and yes, I do think he starts at center. By the way, Joe is the guy who said he was doing 500 and then disappeared. So we'll see what Joe does. If Joe sends in a $500.
Hey, John says it's 1,000 for a brick, or I see 1,850 for a brick. So I see different numbers.
So I'm seeing 800 for a brick. I'm seeing 1,000 for a brick. So we got a lot of different numbers in here for a brick, but maybe, just maybe, we can go ahead and get ourselves a brick. I don't know about you. I'd be pretty stoked for that. But Eric, appreciate the super chat, my man. Let's go to David Zahn.
Between 850 and 1,500.
I'm seeing between 800 and 1,500. So 800 and 1,500. Yeah. All right. Tom's the man. I would have thrown up Mitch 2, Raiders Report, Chat Sports, great shows. I don't know if I'm gonna throw up today. It's 2 Chucky heads at this point, but I definitely can't wait to eat some awesome food. And I can't wait for Tuesday's live show where I have Chuck, I have my girlfriend Alex. It's going to be something that we've never seen before. So just be ready for Tuesday's live show, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. I don't know what it's going to bring you. All right, another one for Mitch. Shots of Fireball. Drink up here. Unfortunately, no, like literally, like, we're out of Fireball. We went through, like, I'm not kidding you, 4 handles of Fireball in the last 48 hours. So, Itos, I just got to drink beer at this point. Let's go to the next Super Chat coming in here again. And we don't have many. I think we have 3 more, and then I believe that we're going to be done here at the Raiders Report. I think 4, 3. Oh, man. Itos, much love to you. 663 people. I'm honestly curious, though, for the guy that's going on YouTube right now, stumbles across this, and they're like, what the hell is this guy doing? This has got to be one of the biggest douches I've ever seen in my life. If I stumbled across this video too, I'd be like, what is this guy doing? You just got to understand the backstory. It's wild, wild backstory. Yo, Alex D is the man. Thanks, bud. I've set off so many frauds alerts doing this. Ha 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 ha. I think I had a great time tonight. I'm glad you had a good time. I had a good time too. There's no fan base like Raider Nation, and this show exactly proves that. So, David, cheers to you, my man. All right, let's go to JR65 here. Best Raiders channel on YouTube. And Mitch, you think the Raiders are still interested in Juju or Richard Sherman? Juju, no. Richard Sherman, yes. It just determines how much they want to spend on him. Sherman, I believe, is asking for like 12, 13, 14 mil. If the Raiders can get him for like 8, 9 mil, it's a lot different of a story. Let's go to David Zahn. Bricks, 1,000. We need, gonna do this too. I mean, if I were to be curious about a brick, I'd be okay with it. I'd be on board with it, no doubt about it. Alex just messaged me, do you need a ride? You're pretty drunk. Alex, if you're watching this now, yes, please pick me up. So
I can take him home.
Alex, when I text you, just come pick me up. We'll do that because, yeah, I'm probably going to need a ride home. I don't even know if I can walk home at this point. But appreciate it. All right, so Bricks 1,000, we're going to do this. I almost want to say if we get the 3,000, we'll get a brick, but I got to ask my boss. But I think I'll get a brick sooner or later. I just don't know if I'm going to do it at this current juncture just because it is a lot of money, and I invest this money into Chat Sports. All the Super Chats that come in, invested into being able to make more Raiders Report videos. So we'll see, David. All right, we got David Zahn coming in. We got, are we done, though? Raiders, good night, y'all. Yeah, we got one more Super Chat, and then that's it from Robin D. How much do you see Thomas contributing to this team, and what do you see Javen White's future with the team? I do actually think Javen White is actually a pretty good fit. Also, keep an update here. Titans cornerback Desmond King just signed with the Titans. 1 year, $3.5 million deal.
And there was a super chat earlier on Brashad Perriman. He's going on a 1 year, $3 million deal for the Lions.
I'm actually very surprised that the Raiders didn't offer Desmond King at least a contract for $3.5 million. I thought that was more than doable. Like, more than doable. So,
Meek Robertson season?
Meek Robertson, yeah. Meek Robertson might be getting his time here. So, in terms of Javen White is a very good sideline-to-sideline linebacker, which is definitely what fits in Gus Bradley's system. We'll ultimately see what happens here with Javen White. But that is the last Super Chat, y'all. I'm heading out. I need to go get some water. I need to go get some food. This has been a show that I've never literally seen before. You guys have been absolutely incredible. If you guys have any other questions, hit me up on Instagram, at Mitchell Renz 365. But I got to cut it off at this point. Unless we get a $100 Super Chat in the next 30 seconds, I am cutting it off at this point. We're at that limit. So it was an incredible show. Kenyan Drake signed for 2 years, $14.5 million. This has been the biggest show that we've ever done here at Chat Sports outside of the NFL Draft. I thank you. I thank everyone for watching. As a reminder, also shout out to Coach All Day 99. Money well spent. Raider Nation for life for the $2 Super Chat. Tuesday's live show will be presented by Coach All Day. Coach All Day 99. Oh, Joe Girardi just said, Mitch, been trying to do the $500 but getting blocked. All right. I'll make you a deal. All right, so I know you guys can't see me, but it's okay. So, Joe, this is what I'm going to send you right now.
My bad.
So I'm going to make you a deal, okay? If you send me Venmo, at Mitchell Renz 365, if you send me a $500 Venmo, at Mitchell Renz 365, I will make you the presenting sponsor of next week's Raiders Report, okay? So, like, when I mean that, so next week's live show is going to be on Tuesday. If you send me a $500 Venmo, at Mitchell Renz 365, you will be the presenting sponsor for all those shows. So I understand you've been getting blocked. My Venmo is at Mitchell Renz 365. If you want to just send in 5 individual $100 Super Chats, you can do it. But at this point, I'll tell you what. I don't know how much more I can offer. So I'm on Venmo again, at Mitchell Renz 365. If you send it in, you will be the presenting sponsor of next Tuesday's live show. So this upcoming Tuesday, you're going to meet my dog Chuck. You're going to meet my girlfriend Alex. We'll be live there, and that's going to be presented by Coach All Day 99. If, Joe, you send me a Venmo of $500 at Mitchell Renz 365, which is my Instagram and Twitter handle, you will be the presenting sponsor of the following next Tuesday's live show. So all the cuts that come involved with that, we'll be giving you some shout-outs as well. That's my offer. I don't know what else I can do here. This has been an absolutely crazy show. Let's go to Looney Rooney here. Best live stream I've been a part of. Thank you. You know what? Thank you. Thank you and to the rest of Raider Nation for making this possible. This has been... If you would have told me this would have happened to me today, I don't think I would have believed it. I don't know if I would have believed it. I don't know if I would have believed it. But we're here, and that's where we're at. Let's go to David. What up, David? Forget being smashed. What about all the calories? Record break. Honestly, I don't care about calories. I work out. I try to eat healthy. And when you do that, you can afford the extra calories here. So it's funny, though. I wish you guys could see it behind the scenes because you got Marshall. He's slumped over. Tom behind the screen, he's like, man, I've had a lot. James, he just went to the bathroom. Chase is over there. Sam's drinking coffee. This has been one hell of a Raider show. So this is about to end here. I appreciate everyone for participating. Joe, I'm waiting for the Venmo. If you send it to me, again, it's at Mitchell Renz 365. I will 100% make you the presenting sponsor. You have the next, let's say, 24 hours to be able to do it. If you do it, again, I will greatly appreciate it. I'm going to update my Venmo now. But again, $100 Super Chats, always appreciated. But we're going to head out here. The Raiders signed Kenyan Drake for 2 years, $14.5 million. This has been a show that I don't know if I will ever forget. And I appreciate everyone for watching. But again, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the Raiders Report. For Chucky has Believe It, baby. I am absolutely trash, and it's because of all y'all. I'm going to head out. Enjoy the rest of your night. We just got another one. Hang on a second. Lyndon said not yet. Hang on. Is Marcus Mariota going to get cut? I do anticipate him to get cut. If the Raiders are unable to restructure his contract, they were hoping that he would go from about $10.75 million to down to $3 million. He doesn't want to do that. If he decides to not do that, the Raiders will end up cutting him, save the money. If he does end up restructuring his contract, then he will make $3 million this upcoming year. So, Lyndon, appreciate the Super Chat. Appreciate everyone else here. It's been the greatest Raiders report I've ever done. Love you all to the end of the world and back. If you see me in Las Vegas, hit me up. First round's on me. I'm also going to be in Nashville, Tennessee, June 17th to June 20th. Oh, Alex D said not yet. You guys, hang on a second. Alex D and Arlen. All right, we're not done yet. Much love, kind sir. I appreciate your work. Again, if anybody sends in a super, take a screenshot, post it on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365, and I'll post it on mine as well. Do you think the Raiders D is looking better now with whom we picked up? I do think it's looking better. Yannick Ngakoue, second most pressure since 2016, behind only. Are we out? Can Sam? Can you tell we're drunk? Can you tell we're drunk? We're drunk. Can you tell we're drunk? Arlen, that's funny as hell. So Tom also had a lot to drink too. So we're hella drunk right here. So Michael just sent in another. I don't know what to do. Do I like the D a lot better? Yes. Yannick Ngakoue has been a very good pickup. I do think the defense is going to get better. So that's where we're at, man. You got one coming in. What's the full total in Super Chats? I don't know the exact total, but it's a little bit over $2,600. So that money doesn't go to me. It goes to the company. And when I say that, I mean like in terms. Oh, my God. We got another one, Tom. That goes to us being able to build more shows. So, like, I know a lot of y'all are saying, like, wow, it's a lot of money. But that money does seriously, it goes to us being able to hire more people. The more people we can hire, the more videos we can do. Like, my ultimate goal here is to be able to make 2-3 videos a day for Raider Nation. So, like, that's where this money goes. It doesn't go in my pocket. It doesn't go in Tom's pocket. It goes into the Chat Sports pocket in terms of being able to invest that money and be able to get you guys more videos. That's where the money goes. So I just want you all to know that. Love the Raiders report. Do you think Gruden will step down or get fired if they get to the playoffs? No, I don't think either is going to happen. I don't think Gruden's going to step down because he's got $50 million waiting for him, basically. And then in terms of getting fired, he's not going to get fired. Mark Davis wants him to be there, and I know John Gruden wants to be there. So, Carlton, man, that's the last Super Chat here on the Raiders Report. What? It's not the last one. David says, not yet, sir. Oh, man, David. No sleep till Brooklyn. I mean, I might puke. I don't know yet. We got Marcus Pratt Vic saying, oh, my God, what the F. Dude, I'm with you. But you know what? I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to get upset about people sending me money about terms of, like, supporting me, supporting the show. That's what good fans do. That's what good family members do. Like, that's what good friends do. So, if you guys are supporters of the show, you super chatted today, show me. I'll get the first round in Las Vegas. But David Zahn, much love to you. Much love to Raider Nation. I'm heading out. Much love. We made over 2,600 in Super Chats. It's been the most crazy Raider sport ever. I'm heading out. Enjoy the rest of your night. Raider Nation for life. Everyone spam Raiders in the comments. All right. We're done.
I'm so nation, no matter the location, from OAKLA to LV, I'm a